Kia ora everybody, and welcome to the terrible adventures of the Janice and Breford's Parchment Company. My name is Penny D. I will be your DM today, and my favourite thing about a Kiwi summer is a barbecue. When I was a kid, my dad was a butcher, so like all summer, every night we would be having just like a sweet family barbecue outside under the lemon tree. Just, you know, like you get your sausage and your bread, and it doesn't even matter that the steak's burnt because it's just a beautiful summertime, and everyone's just having a lot of fun, you know, like I personally, I love a barbecue. That's my favorite thing about a Kiwi summer. We didn't actually organize an order that we're going to do, so why don't we go, why don't we go Liz, Poppy, Steph, Nate, and then our special guest can introduce themselves after that.
Perfect. Well, as previously stated, my name is Liz, and I play Karen, the Dwarf Barbarian, everybody's favourite middle manager, possibly everybody's only favourite middle manager. I mean, you don't have a lot of middle managers that are your favourites, really. But back on the subject, my favourite thing about the Kiwi summer... my favourite thing about the Kiwi summer is Pahutakawa trees. When I was little, we would go up north to spend the summer up at Whangarei Heads, and they had the most beautiful Pahutakawa trees that would hang low over the ocean and over the sand, and we would just spend hours and hours up in them, climbing and making whole fantasy worlds up in the trees. And it's a memory I'm very fond of Pahutakawa trees. And I think they're just the most iconic thing about a New Zealand summer. And that's me.
I love that. Hey, I am Poppy, and I play Ida for the Tiefling Rogue. And my favourite part of a Kiwi summer is sitting inside in the air conditioning. I am not into the heat. Not about it. I'm a winter baby.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I play Frankie, the human artificer, everyone's favorite employee that 100% stays on task and never does non-work related things at work. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Management, if you're listening, I'm working. Please continue to my favorite thing about Kiwi summer is probably just the overall summer vibes. Like, pre-Christmas summer is kind of like meh, everyone's like stressed and shit. But like post-Christmas summer is just everyone's chill. You're on holiday sometimes, and it's just like a good vibe. And I just love the vibes, really.
Yeah, that bit in between Christmas and New Year's when no one does anything.
My birthday,
and the only thing we have to do is just go to the beach.
Yeah.
It's great.
And just eating leftovers for days. Love it.
Yeah.
That's great. We had a good time, actually. This last year, we all played board games and stuff during that time. That was good fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Lockdown to spending. Kia ora, I'm Nathan. I play Flinvar, the Halfling Bard, your most number one worthy salesman. And I'm also here with Welby, the little tiny baby fairy dragon. Who just acquired.
Yes, you guys have an exclusive preview of a very, very special little creature that happens later on in the podcast.
Yeah, like a little special spoiler for the group there, but we won't talk about where or how we came across the little baby dragon, but he will be joining us for our day at the beach. Nate, what's your favourite thing about a Kiwi summer?
So I also agree with Steph and the vibes, but also the cheaper power. Also on the flip side, just having the license to sleep with the fan on, but then also sometimes have a blanket on is the best feeling. Especially now that me and Cece have his and her fans on each side of our beds, so we can like angle them nicely and get like a nice cross breeze. It's perfect.
Oh my god, next level.
So I don't usually do this, but I just like to do a very quick shout out to Game Kings, who has offered to sponsor this show. Game Kings is, of course, New Zealand's favourite board game shop. They have everything available from puzzles to party games to RPGs to classic board games like Monopoly and chess. Me and GK actually go way back. We used to share an office once upon a time. I'm very proud of my board game collection, and I would like to say most, if not all, of my board games probably come from Game Kings. So
Oh,
at the end of the
neat.
show, one lucky viewer will actually have a chance to win a gift voucher for the Game Kings online store. Yeah, thank you very much, whoever's writing. Thanks, Game Kings. So yeah, we do have a corporate supporter. But you know, this isn't a Game Kings advertising podcast. It is a D&D podcast. And hey, you know, we've been doing a lot of stressful adventures lately. We've had geese, we've had murders, we've had dinosaur forests.
I really love the murders in the middle there.
We've
We've
had
had geese, murders, dinosaurs.
we've had snowy mountains. We've been to the Underdark. I
More
think
murders.
our favorite Parchment Company employees have probably earned themselves a little break. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, please.
I do have a question. Is it paid?
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Okay, cool.
absolutely.
Paid beach trip.
It's actually
Although,
maternity leave. That's the big spoiler for this episode.
unfortunately, while you are getting paid, unfortunately, this is only a semi-canon trip, so you know, invoicing and accounts is going to be unsure about when that payment actually goes out because as a semi-canon adventure, it doesn't actually have a date attached to it. So who's
You
to
might
say?
get semi-canon money.
Exactly. So, the Kingdom of Umirsa is a bustling capitalist society located in the world of Matzemla. It is 167 years since the disappearance of gods and subsequently magic, and Umirsa has become a land where gold is power and faith is naught but a fool's game. In the coastal town of Galliport, a busy seaside hub, second in size only to Ymir City itself, winter is finally over. And boy, does the population know it. Everywhere you look, down sunny, cobbled streets, all you can see is big floppy hats, sundresses, singlets, jandals, kids with ice blocks, fish and chips being served, just wrapped in Janice and Breford's newspaper. Yeah, that's exactly where Galliport is. Thank you to whoever threw the map in there. It is a beautiful, sunny, summer, coastal time. It's definitely beach season around here. Past Umirsa's main port, down past a small, brick wall that's holding up the shore. The beach itself is absolutely gorgeous. We've got golden sand packed with umbrellas and towels spread out. We've got surfers, doing their yoga stretches and their boards pointing up towards the beautiful great blue sky. And speaking of great blues, the ocean. Ooh, the ocean, the gorgeous, clear water crests and breaks perfectly. The beautiful salty spray cools one off in the most delicious, most satisfying way. And there, above us, in slow motion, letting go of a rope swing and flying through the air, ready to splash down, is a very familiar Parchment Company employee. And I just realized that I didn't have our guest introduce themselves at the start of the show. So we're going to do that later when we get to that point. So you hold on to your favorite Kiwi summer thing. Please speak up if I forget to include you in the future.
Never. I refuse. I want you. You're a genius, and your art is your art. You did that on purpose. Don't worry about it.
So
The introduction will be out of this world.
the camera pans up from underneath the water, and we can see a Parchment Company employee butt flying through the air, about to splash down in the water. Who is it? Which one of you is it?
It's gotta be Frankie, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Frankie, but not on purpose. No.
Screaming. Just screaming.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your character, what they're wearing, and, how they're spending their time at the beach. Are their family here? Tell us a little bit about Frankie's trip.
Frankie's trip would involve copious amounts of sunscreen because he a pale boy. he a pale boy, and he needs all the protection he could get. So he is wearing really old school one piece short t-shirt combo. His family's there with him, but sometimes they don't like to associate with him in public because he can be what's called a little bit embarrassing, constantly spouting science-related facts about the local sea life, the weather, the sand, and just overall kind of being a little bit of a fun suck. But science is fun. Learning is fun. So that's what he's doing. But do you see that formation of salt deposit there? Yeah, that's salt.
I love it. I love him.
Frankie, is there anything that you'd like to achieve while you're at the beach day? I want to give everyone sort of the chance to roll a skill check at the start of the show to try and accomplish something. Is there anything that you'd like to roll on while you're here at the beach?
Frankie would like to get a little bit out of his comfort zone and, maybe talk to some, beach babes with a Z, like, hey, I've been working out.
Ida's right here, so.
Frankie, why don't you go ahead and roll me a charisma check just to see how well you do with the beach babes.
Okay. That's a natural one!
Of course it is.
Oh, Frankie!
You lost your hat.
Impeccable.
Frankie, I don't know how Frankie thought just approaching beach babes was gonna go.
I like to picture like Bondi, like the like slow running women, just like the golden hair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So a bird does poop in your mouth, like right as you go to open your mouth and be like, "Hi, I'm Frank." Yeah, just straight away, seagull, and then you you're rolling around in the sand because it tastes so bad, just trying to get the taste out. And the beach babes, they just leave. They just look down at you for a second. They don't even try to help, and they just leave.
That's crazy.
Shame.
They weren't worth it. They weren't worth it anyway because they left. They're not the type of people you want in your life.
That's right.
Yeah.
But we do have three other Parchment Company employees who might do better with the beach babes. We'll see what they're up to.
Everyone's gold beach babes.
Would somebody else like to tell us about their character and how their day at the beach is going?
I will.
Yeah.
So Flinvar is a halfling bard, like I said, and he's very particular. But this is his chance at the beach to kind of relax. He's not wearing a fancy hat, surprisingly. He's got comfy togs on. He's in his element, just like the little picture art for this podcast looks like. He's chilling. And he's not even thinking about networking, and that's the biggest thing. So the thing that he really wants to achieve is to not network, is snorkel to use and find a couple of cool colored fish, some treasure, some interesting seabed things to explore, and just relax.
Okay.
He has had the privilege of having his friend/manservant Mimbo set up a little cold brew coffee cart for him with a little picnic basket.
Cold brew coffee cart.
He's
God,
very
I wish
happy
that
to
were
share with the
me.
team.
Rich people problems.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Damn rich people.
And as I'm not wearing a hat, I've got a little side bag that's kind of waterproof, kind of got holes in it, that's got Welby tucked away, just hidden from everybody's eyes at the moment.
And
Also,
Welby,
According to the art, you also got like a tactical like set of flippers.
Yeah, it's been very practical, and also obviously not caring about his stuff. Flinvar's got a little utility belt that's got extra sunscreen, a place to hang his little flippers, a little snack pouch, everything.
He's so cool. He's so cool.
He's
So
just,
cool.
he's just
So
adorable too. Can we just say how cute Flynn is? Just size scope wise,
Yeah.
adorable.
Just short boy.
Love him.
Love me a short king.
We did have a question about Welby, just for everyone's description. Welby is a close to newborn baby fairy dragon. So little red tiny dragon like this big with butterfly wings. If you want to find out where that came from, absolutely keep tuned to Hivewood Bound. That will pop up sooner or later in there. But that is Flynn, and that is Welby. Flynn, I would like you to roll, just based on your description, I'd like you to roll an investigation check to see what you can find when you're snorkeling around in the ocean.
Ooh, okay. This is why also people, you've noticed on the podcast, I am a halfling bard because, like Steph, I also like to roll ones when it counts.
You guys all nat ones and all nat 20s and nothing else. It is the most confusing game I've ever played.
So I'm gonna re-roll my net one.
Oh my
Oh my god!
Oh my
The
god!
first two rolls of this is 2 nat ones.
What did you get? What's the oh my god?
So it went to a 19. So I thought it went on a 20, and I was like, no way, but it didn't. It was a 19
Cool. So
Investigation.
19 plus what for investigation?
+4. So
Okay, 23.
Jesus
not
Christ!
bad.
So you do pretty well actually. You
And
actually
Atlantis while
happen
you're down there.
you actually happen to find a really nice, like, top of the line children's bucket and pail. It is, you know, like, you've got your sweet little, like, very nice, and not just like the crappy warehouse ones that, like, you know, as soon as a bully comes along and stomps on it, it's broken. Like, this is a really nice metal, you know, not gem encrusted, but looks like it, nice little metal bucket and the little spade. So you can, while you're making sandcastles later, you should be able to use that. It's a great tool. Go ahead and add that to your inventory. Make sure you take it off before we go back to the canon adventure.
Keep bucket and spade, got it.
Now keep it on.
Keep it on.
And they
you
are-
can't
Fuck it on.
They are made of metal, just so you know. I know that will probably
Oh
come
no,
up next
not
time.
this. Okay.
You've given him a weapon.
I have, yeah. I just realized I don't have my dice in here, so I'm going to go grab those. But in the meantime, Liz or Poppy, why don't one of you guys tell us about your characters and how they're spending at the beach, whether they've got any friends here, stuff like that. I'll be right back.
You go, girl.
Okay, well, I will go first because, as everybody knows, I can talk for hours and hours and fill time like nobody's business. So my character, Karen, everybody loves Karen, is just having a really nice time. She's here with her family, with her wonderful husband, Barry, and her 3 beautiful children. And she is currently well set up on a deck chair, on a beach chair, underneath an umbrella. She's got a coconut with alcohol in it. She's got snacks next to her. She has got her toes in the sand, and
What
she has
type
got
of
her
alcohol?
Malibu,
Hell yeah.
something or other.
I was going to say it
Yeah.
has to be
Hell
Malibu.
yeah.
It has to be
Yeah.
Malibu. She's got her toes in the sand. She's got her sunglasses on. She is basking in the sunlight and just in the vibes. And her kids and her husband are off in the waves, and they're all playing in the waves. And she's just keeping an eye on them. But they're okay. They're okay out there. Barry's a very good father, and he takes very good care of the kids.
Oh yeah,
So-
Barry's a very good husband.
He's a very
I
good
like
husband, very good
Invisible
father.
Moose in the chat was just like big Gomez energy. Oh my god, yes.
For real.
Very
For real.
true.
We very, very based Barry on Gomez Adams for a
when
reason.
when we were first discussing Barry, me and Penny were like, "What if he was like Gomez?" And we all got a little bit excited about it.
Ooh.
Karen deserves a Gomez.
Yeah, she does. She does.
Karen, would you like to try achieve something while you're here at the beach? Like, is there anything you'd like to roll on?
Karen is trying to persuade Idafer to wear sunblock, and that's her big for the day. Her big goal.
Okay.
This is a contest, baby. What are we doing?
Yeah, this is going to be a
Wear
contest.
sunblock.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Idafer introduce himself.
Yes.
And then we are going to roll a persuasion versus probably persuasion checks on both sides, and whoever rolls the highest will go with that. So, Idafer, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing at the beach, who's here with you, and then we'll roll on that, see if you're wearing sunscreen.
Sweet. So Idafer turned up at the beach. His mum and dad dropped him off, and he's like, "Mama, like you can't hang out with me. We're hanging out with my workmates. It would be really lame." So they're like, "All right, son, you can go and you go have your fun, and we'll go to a cafe down there." And they're just at a cafe, keeping an eye on me. Obviously, my mum gave me. Like, I was wearing a rash shirt when I got out of the car, but as soon as she was out of view, straight off with that. I've got my adorable board shorts on, and I'm running over to my friends, and Karen just stops me and says, "Sunblock."
Okay, well, why don't you both roll me contested persuasion checks? Idafer, you can choose a different skill. If you, for example, want to use deception to try and lie your way out of it, and we'll see how this goes.
I already wore
Yeah.
sunblock today. Definitely, it
Yeah.
blends in.
I don't- No, that wouldn't work. Alright. Oh. Could I do performance?
Yeah,
and like
absolutely.
me
You could do
pretending to
performance.
put on
Yeah,
sunblock?
absolutely. You could do performance.
I'm stuck in this box and also applying sunscreen.
Yeah. Alright, let's go.
You're gonna have to roll really well.
Girl, I got a nat 20.
Oh.
Fuck! I mean, sorry,
You-
this is a family-friendly podcast.
It's fair.
We only got one F-bomb for the whole show and you've already
Oh.
used it.
Damn it! I had a lot of stuff to say.
Applicable usage, though, I feel.
I might not have won the sunblock contest, but I did win the swearing contest, and I believe that truly.
And that makes me the adult in this situation.
Yeah, that makes it all worth it. I got a 24.
What was your
Yeah,
total?
so
What was your total? I think a net 20 is gonna win it because that's it's a
Yeah.
net 20. But what was your total?
Yeah.
Idafer?
26.
Yeah. Okay. So either way, Idafer, as some people in the comments are correctly pointing out, has some resistance to fire damage. So he doesn't really think that sunblock's necessary, even though somebody else pointed out the sun's damage would be radiant damage. Idafer is a teenager and hasn't really thought that through. So Karen, you are completely unsuccessful in getting Idafer to put on sunscreen.
Because by all accounts, he is. By all accounts,
Yeah, she thinks I did. So she's like, fantastic, I did a great job.
He did a great job for now, but as we all know, within 3 hours he will have to reapply.
And so here we are at the beach. We've got ice cold coffee. We've got Frankie just like frantically chugging it, trying to get the taste out of his mouth. We've got Idafer who's put on baby oil instead of sunscreen so that he can shine for the babes.
Fill me up.
And we've got Karen who I missed what your description was because I was getting my dice, but I'm sure that Karen is doing.
She's being a queen.
Being a queen, yeah, absolutely. Being a mum, being a queen, really managing the hell out of this beach. You already used my F. I would have used it just then. Oh.
You're welcome.
The HE double hockey sticks.
I would like everyone, other than our special guest, to roll a perception check.
Alright.
And by the way, feel free to take down the logo and the beach image if you guys want to start drawing other stuff. That was just for the start of the show. So yeah, anyone can go ahead and draw in there. I encourage everyone to get into it and start adding stuff. So perception checks. What did we all get?
Flynn must be wearing his goggles because I got a 9.
Frankie got a 14.
Nice.
Karen is surveying the situation pretty well. She got a 23.
Nice.
Hey, 24.
Ooh, Idafer. Very good. Idafer, nearby, you spot a small commotion. There is a large man who appears to be bothering a surfer.
Excuse me.
who-
Excuse me. Hi, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
So the surfer seems to be trying to escape the conversation, but it seems interesting to you. Liv, first of all, can you introduce yourself? Can you tell us your favorite thing about a Kiwi summer? And then can you tell us a little about this man, what he looks like, and what is happening with this surfer?
Hello. Hello. I am cosplaying as Belle from the latest. Never mind. Sorry. I don't know how that joke's gonna resonate. I don't know how that joke's gonna resonate. My bad.
You didn't even finish it.
Oh, it's all good. It's fine. I got the joke out. They get it. It's good. My name is Liv. I'm the artist for this show, so I draw all of these dorks constantly, and I love them. I got to draw all of the different swimsuits, and then I did draw my own one as well, which I will introduce here in a moment. It's.
I just want to show quickly, because Liv did some amazing art of Ido in particular, and he's so hot.
I love drawing.
I love
Wait,
it.
yeah, let me put that in. Let me put that in the thing.
Okay.
I think I've got him. It's super cool. My name is Liv. I go by Livartisan Design. My favorite thing about Kiwi Summer is honestly the culture around diving into natural rivers when it's summertime. I really like the culture around like natural rivers that are just always on the edge of some town somewhere. There's always a river somewhere. Everyone knows of a river, but it's never on like an easy to access path. You got to get there through great effort.
And I just kind of love the like secret rivers that everyone that's local knows about and nobody else does because it's awesome.
I know a couple
they're
of
always, like,
secret
crisp and
local
cool.
rivers. That's pretty cool.
Secret local river.
We love the
yeah.
watering hole.
Yeah, yeah, I love the watering hole.
And so,
So do I introduce my son?
Yeah, tell us a little bit about this tall, strange-looking person who's bothering a surfer.
Tall and strange does seem right. I'm gonna drag and drop this in to this. Hello, this is Kevin. Kevin is very big, but very small on the inside.
I love him.
He's having a hard time existing, but that's okay because he'll get there. Right now, and again, he is extremely tall. He's a Goliath. So he has like sort of pale bluish gray skin. He's extremely heckin' tall, and he is incessantly trying to get the attention of a very cool looking surfer guy, like the blonde hair Bondi surfer guy who's got like the big waxed board. And this dude's just like, yeah, what? My God, or something.
Yeah, what? Oh my god, I play the NPCs. Come on.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, what? Oh my god.
Excuse me. You're just. I'm so sorry.
What do you want, dude?
I am so deeply fond of how exceedingly you represent the cool nature of the cool youth, and I'm currently on early spring break, and I would really enjoy the opportunity to learn from you, senpai. Please teach me your ways of being a cool summer person, cool summer youth. Please, I beg of you, please.
Liv, why don't you go ahead and roll me a charisma check? Idafer, this is interesting to you, so you can head over there and involve yourself in this.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Frankie, because I know that Frankie works with Goliaths. Or he did at least, in the research and development area where they help with the stuff.
Yeah, that's a solid 6, my guys.
So I'm going to grab Frankie.
He's got this down the whole time. Excuse me, please. Please.
Frankie, do you know what a Goliath is, right?
Yeah. I know them personally.
Perfect. That's one, right? Over there?
Just gonna keep poking.
Frankie looks where obviously he's pointing. Like, yes, that looks like a Goliath in trouble, socially. Yes.
And you know all about that. Let's go help.
He's like turning between different surfers, trying to like if some of them are walking away or whatever, he's like desperately trying to like get any of them to stay.
Oh,
and with your charisma 6, it does not go well for you. Your claims of wanting to be taught spring break are just not resonating with these cool surfer dudes because they're not on spring break; they live here.
Also, Penny, could you also maybe perhaps explain why spring break wouldn't resonate really either with these fellows? Or would you like me to?
I would love you to.
It's because canonically, if any of you might know the timeline, this would not be spring break. This is not when spring break would be.
It's the middle of summer.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, it's not spring break right now.
Big boy.
Kevin, you are approached by a very hot teenage tiefling, and a very also beautiful, but in a different way, tall, lanky human.
Hey.
He's stunned into silence. You can see, looking up at him, that he's gone complete frozen, just like,
Yo, you alright? Frankie,
please
is this
teach
like a
me your
Goliath thing?
He falls to his knees, and he sits on his knees, and he plants his hands on the sand, and he looks up at both of you and goes, "You are who I've been looking for my whole life."
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What have we got ourselves into?
This is pretty much normal. I get this all the time from the network. Don't ask them. They'll deny it because they're embarrassed about it. But this is how they treat me. This is how they all treat me.
I'm sure you're right. I'm so sure you're right. I'm exceedingly sure that you are probably correct. I'm so sorry, but you are both such cool youths. I must simply learn from you. You see, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission, you see, to accomplish the best spring break possible for my colleagues. So I did spring break early so that I could be ready.
Oh.
so that I could be ready, so that my fellow youths at my school would be able to do a cool spring break with me. I need to learn, senpais. Please teach me your cool ways.
Hey, dude. First off, what's your name?
He like sits up and he goes, hello, I'm so sorry, senpai, I did not mean to be rude and not introduce myself formally. Senpai 1 and senpai 2, my name is Kevin, Kevin Downer. I am at your, spring break-based eternal service. Hashtag spring break, which I would like to now offer as the next Buttcar 69.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to embrace that. To go in the draw to win the Game Kings voucher, people in the chat, if just one per person, if you do hashtag spring break, you will go in the draw at the end of the episode to receive the $20 Game Kings voucher. Hashtag spring break.
Spring break.
Karen calls Flynn over, and she says, "Look, I think they've made a little friend. Isn't that sweet? Oh, look at those! That's three very awkward boys all standing together. I'm sure it'll be fine, right?
Yeah, look, I just found these cool toys. They're sparkly, shiny.
I think they would probably very much like to build a sandcastle at some point with their new friend.
You can definitely borrow my new toys. It's fine, it's cute.
So Ida is pretty confused. Kevin, was it? Where are you from, man?
I'm not well. Most of the time, senpai, I stay in Ymir City. I don't want you to think I'm an uncool youth, but I'm at the school there. You see, the school for the wizard school.
You're
a
wizard.
I attend the wizard school. You know how it is.
You're a wizard.
I attend the wizard school with my other wizard youths. I mean, wizard attending youths.
What do you do at wizard school if there's no magic?
Encourage.
Just chill in a camp.
Sometimes I write letters to my mom. I love my mom, and I want her to be proud of me. But growing up, I didn't have many friends. She had lots of male friends, though, and I always wanted to be like her. She was really popular.
Deep Kevin lore.
I pull Frankie and I whisper in his ear. I'm like, I think we need Karen to deal with this one.
Please.
Like, no, I got this, mate. Frankie sort of steps up and he pulls up his pants, hikes him up. It's like, hey, if you want to be cool, you gotta do what I do. So just watch me. Frankie then casually walks over to probably a small child, playing sand, building sandcastle.
Are you gonna kick this child?
Kid,
Oh no!
what are you doing in my beach?
No, Frankie! And Ida grabs Frankie by the arm and pulls him away.
While you're grabbing Frankie by the arm, Kevin has stood to his full height and is rapidly approaching another child.
Oh dear God! What can I do?
So, Kevin, what do you say to the child who is digging a hole in the sand?
It is very clear that I am ramping up to punt this kid. Somebody stop this man.
I just yell for Karen.
He's like getting ready to fucking football punt this.
Hey, what did I say about F-bombs? We've been through our one F-bomb. This is a youth friendly.
I'm the winner.
Yeah.
I won. It was a competition and I won it.
Okay,
Do not take this prize from me.
You're
Okay,
right, my bad. My
Kevin?
heckin' bad.
Kevin, nobody stopped you. Roll me an athletics check.
Oh my God!
I would like to add a little bit of flavor, which is that I think instead of like just straight football kicking, I think if you said he was digging a hole, right?
Yeah, that kid is digging a hole. Yeah.
I would like to very firmly just into the hole.
Okay. Because if you kicked him and you got high, he would have like Team Rocket disappeared off into the sky somewhere. So yeah, roll an athletics check to push this small child into a hole.
And I have
my
more-
gods.
I have more flavor for when this is done. What was this, athletics?
Athletics, yeah.
Okay, hang on one moment.
Can
Oh,
you
that's
can
a
you-
21.
20.
I'm a Goliath. This heck is very powerful.
Okay, so you all watch Karen and Flynn. You both watch as Idafer and Frankie like walk up to this dude, talk to him. Idafer approaches the child, and then this dude like sprints at a child and shoves them into a hole dug by themselves.
And then looks up, looks back like a happy puppy, and then goes, "Spring break!"
Frankie's giving it the old thumbs up as he probably just murdered a child.
Spring break! Senpai!
Karen says, "Oh no," and gets up from her chair, which she did not want to get up from her chair all day today. And she says, "Oh, Idafer, I think we're needed at the Awkward Boy Convention." And she's going to...
I would like to add that in a Terminator-style moment, Kevin locks onto a child a little distance away and begins to power.
I'm going to interrupt here. Karen and Flynn, because you guys we're not involved in that scene. Can both of you please roll me a perception check?
Sure.
See the cloud floating away in the distance.
12.
Karen, a shadow rolls over you, which is weird because you realize that up until now there has not been a cloud in the sky all day. There's a strong offshore wind, and you can turn and see a wall of menacing dark clouds approaching the beach from off the water at a frightening pace. Flynn,
No!
You also see this, same thing, and it might just be your imagination, but deep in those clouds, like, you think you see something sparkling, like some kind of reflection coming from, like, within this big nest of clouds.
Oh my gosh. Flynn's like, no, my holiday!
Don't worry about your holiday, darling. We have to stop some children from getting murdered by our colleagues, and also that strange large teenager. And she's gonna grab onto Idafer's wrist and like trot along to the Awkward Boy Convention to try and diffuse whatever is going on.
Okay, let's go, Mum. I mean,
When
Keep saying,
Karen.
I don't have some... I'm beside you. Okay, I'm gonna follow along and be like, oh man, like muttering like about like, oh, my holiday, like one job just to relax. Network my way out of a parent help group.
And before any of you can do anything else, the storm is very suddenly upon you. Heavy, unpredictable winds whip sand up into your faces, forcing you all to shield your eyes. Does anybody do anything?
I'm gonna put the bucket on my head.
good idea.
Frankie shields his eyes.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Kevin puts looks up, goes and puts the goggles on. Spring break.
Okay, Kevin, you've got goggles on. Roll me a perception check.
Perception.
I got a -1 to perception. So that's a 10.
I thought you meant you rolled a -1. I was like,
It's like
That's spring break, baby.
Spring break.
you got a 10. You think you can see, like, it's hard to tell, but you think you can see some dark shapes, like, moving around within the sandstorm, but you don't get too much more than that.
Spring break.
And suddenly, so like less than a minute later, the wind slows down and the storm recedes, going back the way it came.
What was that about?
Whoa.
It's like, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good at all.
I think Kevin like looks down at like the closest child that he was about to launch kick rocket style into the fucking heckin' forever and beyond. And he goes, "I'm sorry."
The child is like buried in sand. Like
I've received a sign. And he walks away.
and actually the entire beach, not just this child, but the entire beach has been thrown into disarray. Umbrellas have been upturned or turned inside out. There are towels up in trees, and up over the wall. The whole town is covered in sand. Everything's a huge mess. And
Lauren says, "Oh, my charcuterie board!"
Espresso!
it is
A slice of
ruined.
ham just goes thunk on Kevin's face as he's like running back to the two awkward boys.
Everybody roll me a perception check.
But I've been charcuteried.
That's a unnatural 20 for Poppy. Or
Nice.
for Ida, I should say.
16.
17 for Karen.
Okay.
I got a charcuterie base 9.
Okay.
Frankie got a 16.
Cool. Flynn, are you still with
Oh,
us?
Flynn was a 19. Sorry, I said it at the same time as Karen.
Oops.
Flynn and Idafer, at the same time, you kind of like looking around at this, the beach has been like really ruined by this quick sandstorm. Flynn, you turn around and you see that the entire ocean is gone. Where you were expecting to see the beautiful deep blue sea, there is now an endless desert that heads out towards the horizon. There are, just endless rolling dunes that appear to stretch on forever. The ocean is gone. And Idafer, quite near you, you see like a wooden sign that is shaped like an arrow sticking out of the sand that wasn't there before.
What way is the arrow pointing?
Oh, Poppy.
Yeah, Ida's...
Oh, there you go. Sorry, for a second we couldn't hear you.
I thought so. Ida is gonna walk over and investigate the sign.
Cool, roll me an investigation check.
Fell on the floor. That is 14.
Yeah, easy. It's just reading a sign, so you don't need a huge amount of luck. It is a wooden sign. That is the
Roll
sign.
to be literate.
The sign itself is shaped like an arrow, and the arrow is pointing out towards where the ocean was, like towards the direction that the storm came from. The design on the front of the sign is like watery blue. It's got bubbles and seaweed and fish kind of painted on it. And in common, it reads "The Oasis, 50 miles," and it like points out towards this new desert that's there.
Hey, babe, this is really
I'm just
cool.
shocked.
Good job.
Hey, guys, there's an oasis. 50 miles.
See!
Well, do you think this has anything to do with the ocean disappearing?
No, yeah, I
And
think you're
the-
almost definitely
the big-
correct there.
The big sandstorm? Because if so, I'm going to march right over there and make them pay for a new charcuterie board because that was very expensive. It was supposed to feed my family.
Excuse me.
This
I'm poking
afternoon.
Karen. I'm poking Karen.
Oh gosh.
Excuse me.
Oh, my head. Okay, thank you. Yes, what?
I am so sorry. I don't know how, but I accidentally stole some of your ham.
Oh, no, you can keep that, darling.
No, please, I could
It's
not
fine.
possibly.
I just want
You
to
are
make a
the-
note
Yeah,
that
You are the
while...
mother of my cool new friends. You must like this.
Karen, this is our new friend, Kevin. We're teaching him
Hello,
how to be
Senpai's
cool.
mom.
I just want to make a note
Oh.
that while Karen is really upset about a charcuterie board, we like zoom out and there's an entire port just up the beach from here where all these like big like ships are just like lying on their sides or like completely covered in sand. There's like a whole like industry that is currently being destroyed just up the beach. We zoom back in and we're upset about the charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Someone's Amazon package is going to come late.
Yeah, we're focusing on the important things, which is
Kevin-
more than cheeses.
Yeah, Kevin folds the ham into a very polite square and gingerly attempts to like tuck it into the like one of like Karen's pockets.
Oh no! Don't give that back to me, darling. Don't give that back to me.
Are you sure?
That's not very. Yes, no, that's not very.
I don't.
Spring break of you. It's more spring break to just have that. Just eat that one. Yeah, that one's for you.
No.
Oh, good job, darling. Thank
Hey,
you.
Liv, can I get you to take down the picture of Kevin so that we can
Yes.
draw ourselves a new... by the
Hell
way,
yeah.
everyone jump in and start drawing stuff, because like the whole point of a whiteboard, if you guys don't draw on it, we've just got a white square there, yeah.
So I managed to draw a blue line.
You
Because
did
that's
manage
how
to draw a blue line.
Just
I'm here,
gonna.
but I'm
good I am with
to bully
technology.
children. I'm here to bully children.
So the townsfolk are panicking, ships are grounded, surfers are digging themselves out of the sand. Like, Karen, your kids are like, they were wanted to be swimming and now there's no water. The whole town appears to have suffered a lot from this sudden sandstorm. What are you guys going to do?
Is this something else that we're going to have to fix?
Absolutely, yes, Karen. We know this.
I'm.
It does feel like the administrator work. Maybe. I don't know.
Is she here? If the administrator's here, I'm tempted to just let her do it. But I haven't seen a horrible, pasty white vampire-looking lady on the beach recently. So
Yeah, it doesn't
I'm not
really seem like
sure.
her kind of place, right?
No. She sounds like she'd be more suited to living in a crypt.
I don't believe that vampires would be especially summery creatures. No.
No.
And this guy's a wizard. He knows exactly what he's on about.
Oh, you're a wizard! Well, that's
I
very
would
nice,
like to.
isn't it?
Senpai, I'm not a wizard. I attend wizard college. Dutifully.
Well, that's okay, darling. We all start somewhere. Will
So,
you be a wizard one day?
So Flynn's like, he stops staring at the water, he turns back and he's like, well, this day was all nice and sandy, but I think we need to fix this so we can get back to our holiday.
Absolutely.
I will
Yeah.
find a tap and some buckets, and just sort of get started.
You clean the
on
beach.
what time? You're going to clean the whole beach?
Well,
I'm
no,
going to go
we'll
to the
tip
oasis,
water
whatever
and
that is.
We tip the. Oh.
He like
Yeah.
fine finally.
Ah.
What
Oasis.
Oh.
What about the marine life? Is there just dead fish flying around? Is
Actually,
there,
yeah,
like,
good
a
point.
whale that's like dead?
Roll me a check.
Oh,
It can
no.
be nature, investigation, it can be perception, whatever you like.
Okay,
no, I have to
roll
make a
investigation. That is a 29.
Okay, so
Oh my god.
what you're seeing here is not the ocean has been drained and we're looking at what was the ocean floor. Like, the rolling waves of the ocean have been replaced with rolling waves of sand that are at about the same level. So you're not looking at the water's been drained. You are looking at some kind of magical tomfoolery that has replaced the ocean with some kind of desert.
Okay.
No.
That's no good at all.
So,
It's
no good.
I'm going to move us along a little bit. So you guys are on your way out to, you guys are walking out to the desert. It would have taken us the whole half just to decide to go, so I'm deciding for us. So
Yeah,
we're walking
Absolutely.
out. We've all packed our bags. We've, reapplied our sunscreen except for Idafa. We've got our, hats on. We didn't really change out of our togs, so we're still in that kind of, we're still in the beach clothing, and we're on our way out the desert.
If I may add a teeny bit
Absolutely.
of
Yeah.
flavor, Ida may not have wanted to put sunscreen on. I know Karen wants to. So does Kevin. Kevin is very concerned about Senpai 1 and wants to ensure that Senpai 1 is properly protected at all times. And
God.
is the entire time, like, between chatting with everyone, is like,
Also, did you apply that sunscreen? Hang on, let me just get. No, you sure? You sure? You sure? You sure?
Idafa, how do you respond to this?
He's zoning out. He's like, why did we bring this guy?
Senpai 2, do you require sunscreen?
Oh, thank you. I need more. Yes.
You're welcome. Let me. Just like
really enthusiastic.
So you guys have been walking through this dry, arid desert for about 25 minutes, up over dunes, down valleys, back over new dunes, and it is very hot and uncomfortable. And you're walking along and you suddenly feel like a bit of rumbling coming from underneath your feet, and something starts to come up from beneath the sand. I want all of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh, dear. Okay. Ido got a 17.
Frankie got a 14.
Karen got a 9.
I got an 18.
14.
Okay, Karen, everyone else manages to get out of the way, but you find yourself being trampled on by some, like, really weird, gross, like, scrabbly spider legs, and what comes out from underneath the sand is 3 enormous giant scorpions. And atop those scorpions are 3 humanoid-looking people. So, and they're all, like, wrapped in, like, they're dressed like desert nomads, I guess. They're, like, wrapped in kind of, it's not really like a bandage, it's like a balaclava that just, like, gets wrapped around. They've got that, like, sand-colored, tan, full-body clothes on. They've got goggles and, full head balaclavas on. You can't see any of their faces, but they come
It's just the people from Dune, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's people from Dune. I haven't seen that movie, but I'm assuming that's what we're looking at.
Oh, the people from Dune.
People
my
from Dune.
favorite play.
And so these 3 people, there's 3 people, all of them are riding giant scorpions, come up from underneath the sand. And one of them, holding a piece of parchment, turns and looks at you and says, "Greetings, adventurers. We have been searching for thousands of years for the oasis. We know it's around here somewhere. Do you guys know which way we should go?"
Frankie points just towards where the sign was pointing.
Also, slowly joins Frankie and just sort of silently pointing in that direction.
And Ido's just kind of like, excuse me, you just ran over our friend.
Oh, we're very sorry. Look, the thing is that, like I said, we've been roaming this desert for thousands of years, and so we've got this map here to the oasis, and we feel like we're almost there.
How do you breathe?
With our mouths.
No, but no. How did you breathe before, though?
The desert's been here for thousands of years. We've been just walking around on, digging underneath of it, and...
No, but there's 2 problems, because it was water like 10 minutes ago, and also sand can asphyxiate you, so how do you breathe?
Roll me an insight check. Kevin.
Yeah.
How well does Kevin know asphyxiation?
Frankie is impressed.
Kevin's just a boy, Flynn. He knows nothing of asphyxiation. Thank
13!
you.
Also, Kevin's like 18 years old. It was 13.
Okay, you are 90% sure these guys are lying. The second one, on his scorpion, leans forward and he's like, only such brave and talented adventurers could join us on such a quest using this map. And then they, the first one waves the map ahead, and it feels like they're just waiting for you guys to ask them something.
Well, good luck with that. I'm sure you'll find the adventurers you're looking for.
Yeah, Karen kind of pops up from the sand and says, "I'm not following you anywhere. You just trampled me with your stupid animals. What's wrong with you?
Read the room.
They are arachnids, but you are right.
Arachnids are animals, darling, as far as I'm aware."
Are you trying to, roll an intimidation check?
Yeah.
Frankie just whispered, Kevin,
My height!
you're really smart and I like you.
Just like the goggles are like rapidly taken off onto the forehead, and you can see he goes like this and then this and then this and then this, and it's like he's trying to decide whether he's supposed to like high five you, fist bump you, or shake your hand, and he just decides to like pick you up under the arms instead and hug you very awkwardly. And goes, "Spring break."
While awkward boy convention is happening, Karen has intimidated the Scorpion Riders for 24.
Oh, very nice. All of the one of the Scorpion Riders, the one who trampled you, is like, "Oh no, I'm very sorry," and burrows back into the sand. And the remaining 2,
how will he breathe?
The remaining two like look at you and they're like, "Ma'am, we are very sorry. Please consider taking this map to the legendary oasis as our apology for trampling you with our scorpion legs. We're very sorry."
Yes, you should be sorry. Yes, and I will be taking that map, thank you.
Cool.
Fortunately for you, I do have business at the oasis, and she snatches the map out of their
Well,
hands.
they were giving it to you. You didn't need to
Good.
snatch it. That's rude.
No, she snatched it though.
I would like to. I would like
roll
to act-
roll to snatch.
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah!
What is it?
Roll for
Strength?
snatch.
Roll to snatch.
Athletics?
Strength check.
Athletics. Yeah. Oh, my dice. Where did my dice go? I'll roll that into the thing this time.
I'm still
Yes.
holding Frankie just for note.
21 to snatch.
When you snatch the note, the entire hand of the person who was holding it also like comes off, and like you have the map, and there's a disembodied hand like holding onto it that sort of like lets go and falls to the sand, and it smell real bad.
I grab Frankie and turn him so he can see the scene.
Oddly enough, the person who lost a hand doesn't seem to be reacting or even haven't noticed that they've lost their hand.
My god.
not normal.
Okay.
You dropped
That's
something.
not normal.
Sir, you dropped. Sir, you dropped something.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
Ida's just
I
like, dude, your hand!
I do believe that you've lost something
I
that
pointed
should be
Ida
important to
and
you.
nod.
So the two remaining desert wanderers turn and look at each other, and you can hear them like muttering something where they're like, and then they kind of shrug at each other, and then the one who didn't lose a hand is like, "Okay, bye," and then just jumps on his scorpion and burrows under the sand, and the other scorpion goes with him, and there's still the one-handed guy sitting there, like, picks up the hand and puts it in his pocket, and he's like, maybe I can get that fixed at the oasis. I'm Chud.
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 Yeah.
Chud.
Oh no. Oh no, not Chud.
Chud.
His name
Your
is
name is
Chud.
I'm a huge fan of Chud.
Good.
I couldn't have the brother
His name
called
is Chud.
Colin with us.
Chud.
Well, I suppose you can join us, seeing as I did make you lose your hand after all.
Roll me a
Join
medicine check.
Join our
Okay.
American
Everyone.
adventurers, Chud.
Oh,
medicine.
which chick? Medicine.
Medicine.
That's a 13 for Karen.
Yeah.
That's a 19 for Frankie.
Just
I was
everyone-
once almost
Kevin.
a doctor, so
19 for Flynn.
17.
And a 10 for Ida.
Okay, so the DC was 10, because this is real basic stuff. Usually when people lose their hands, there's bleeding, there's pain, there is, people are upset. He's not bleeding, he seems mildly inconvenienced by this, and overall, this is not a normal response to losing your hand, especially because you didn't even pull on the hand, you pulled on something that the hand was holding on to. None of this makes
Yeah,
sense.
that was very weird.
So, how long did you say you were roaming the forest, the desert?
The forests.
Dozens of
tripod.
years. He's like dozens of years, and then he checks, like he's written something on the inside of his arm, and he's like, nope, thousands of years.
Sounds super believable, darling.
Thousands of years. It's a long time.
I don't mean to be
Karen
rude,
would
but
like
you
to-
did.
Can you say again, Flynn?
Flynn's he leans forward and he's like, I don't mean to be rude, but are you dead?
You should be.
He does a little dance, and he's like, could somebody who's dead do this?
Yes, I've read many textbooks. It does happen from time to time.
Yes, we've
True.
seen vampires before.
I've read those books as well, and those books as well.
We've both read these books. I hold Frankie up and go, we've both read these books. We've
And
read these
Frankie
books.
holds up his satchel full of books. He's like, I've got one in my bag.
Yes!
And Chad's like, well, anyway, what does the map say? I've never been able to read it, so maybe you guys can decipher it.
You've had this map for dozens of thousands of years and you haven't read it?
That's correct.
Have you tried?
Aaron, don't open that map. Don't open that map.
It's just a piece of paper. It's not even folded.
Karen looks at the map.
Yeah.
What's on the map?
It's a
roll
napkin
me-
from Denny's.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll for this. It is a very so there are it's a simple map of a desert, and there are 5 points on it, and they're all connected by a thick red dotted line. Like this is a very Dora the Explorer difficulty level of map. In the bottom left corner, in the bottom left,
How do you struggle?
in the bottom left corner, it looks like what is the town of Galliport covered in sand. The next step towards the center is a little cartoon scorpion smiling and waving at the reader of the map. Next, in the exact center of the map, there are 3 cactuses. Fourth, there is a shimmery looking palm tree, a rock, and a pool of water. And finally, in the top right corner, there is a beautiful blue waterfall with a smiling child sliding down it. And in the top, and the other top corner, in the exact same font as what you saw on the wooden sign, it says The Oasis.
Okay.
I lean
Really hope
Frankie
that's above.
in so that Frankie can see the map.
Frankie sees the map. It's like, oh yes, I see. Oh yes.
Probably a bit close.
Well,
Yeah, like really close.
Like, I see.
Karen's holding it up, like over her shoulder, and is leaning Frankie in.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Colleague,
it
yes.
kind of looks like we're already mostly on the way to the Oasis, which I've forgotten how to spell. I think that's correct. And well, what do you say?
Well,
Next.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the scorpion's what we just met, right? So we're at we're there, right?
Yes, I'm sure we're there. So
So-
big tick to that. Karen takes a pen because she's a middle manager. She always
She
has
takes
pen.
a crayon from her pocket.
Yeah, she has a pen. She takes a pen out of somewhere and she kind of gives the scorpion a big tick. She goes, "Okay, this is going well." And now we've got a map. So next, cactus.
I guess, yeah. Let's go find some dudes.
It just cacti, I believe.
Yeah. That's great.
And Chud's like, wow, you guys must be like amazing cartographers. I'm gonna come with you because I hand fixed. I don't know.
That's Chud. Yes.
Chad,
of course.
am I able to inspect that hand real quick for science?
I'm gonna lower.
You're gonna have to roll.
Give him a hand.
You're gonna need to roll a persuasion check to get him to let you look at it.
Can I assist by just sort of bringing Frankie over to the hand and
How does,
sort of
how does that help convince him that this is an okay thing to let you guys do?
it would be this is my senpai and I would love it if he could do as he pleases.
Okay, Frankie, have advantage.
Very, very polite.
That's a
I
not
turned back
natural 20.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't really seem like he wants you to look at it. But after a little convincing and with Kevin, singing your praises,
That's right.
he does let you look at the stump. It is gross. It is
Ew.
grey, rotted skin. It does not smell nice. It smells much worse than like the lunches that you pull out of your bag. If you were to guess at a first run, you would say that this guy's arm is decomposed.
That's a bad arm you have there.
It checks out. It does seem like they have been, wandering the desert for thousands of years, and that's why his arm looks like that. I believe this guy 100%. And I think we should definitely invite him to the group to go to the Oasis to get that checked out. Otherwise, he's probably going to die.
If he hasn't already, which is very likely due to the
That is-
decomposed arm.
Yes, that's right.
Spring break.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
So moving on.
Yeah.
By the way,
Two cactus.
By the way, chat. I just want to. I just want you guys to know that I am reading what you guys have to say, and I'm very enjoying your conversations.
Any highlights for us, P?
KP's asking if Electrum's really real, which officially it isn't, but we all know better. They're wondering.
KP KP is also asking if anybody has any half bricks to throw, which I think is a valid question. Do you have any half bricks to throw?
Alpha's saying they like my dress, which I agree, I like this. Squish is saying purple monkey dishwasher. What else have we got? Oh, Julz is here. Hey, Julz.
Hey,
Julz is
Hey.
here. Good friend of the show. And it seems like everyone's having a good... by the way, is everybody having a good time? Hashtag spring break if you're having fun.
Hashtag spring break.
Hashtag spring break.
Spring break, baby.
I would like to tuck Frankie under one arm
Yep.
lightly.
Frankie's gonna allow it.
Senpai, I would like to, as you are busy exerting your energy being a cool adolescent, a cool youth, I would like to offer you this ride. Excuse me, other cool youth. I offer you my other arm. And I am offering Ido another under the arm ride.
God.
Ido, it's come ride the sky.
Senpai, come on, Sky Senpai one.
Frankie
Great.
says that. Exactly.
Ido folds his arms because he's actually a bit jealous that Kevin is holding Frankie. And Ido's like, I'm okay, thanks.
Oh god.
I am very bad at
Frankie's-
reading tone and intention. Does this mean yes or no?
This means no, Kevin.
Oh,
No means no, Kevin.
oh, spring break.
So you guys carry on traveling through the desert, and it's not long before you pass a dune with 3 cactuses on top together in a line.
Yo, it's just like the map.
We should go
Come on,
check that
try
out,
that.
guys.
Hey yo!
Yo!
Hey yo!
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, dear.
yeah, let's go check him out.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hello,
I'd love to go check out
cactus.
that guy.
I beg your
Do
pardon?
they respond?
I'm gonna need you guys to
Hello,
talk
cacti.
less than 2 at a time. Ideally, just 1.
Okay, I yell at the cactus and I say, "Hello, cactus." Do they respond?
Roll me a nature check. No, don't.
Nature
They don't.
check.
They're plants.
Oh,
I was like, oh no.
Ida, for plants can't talk. Apparently.
Frankie, I feel like we've almost definitely talked to a plant previously.
Yeah.
Can't confirm, but I'm sure we have.
Oh, some of my classmates say that certain plants make them think that plants are talking too. Are you speaking of the same plants?
Oh,
I have never experienced this phenomenon myself.
haven't been to many parties, have you,
Kevin
Kevin?
doesn't get invited into those kinds of parties.
Neither does
Oh,
Frankie. Frankie's like, I've never seen
But
these plants.
But what is the plant? What is the plant, though?
I don't know. It is my quest to find out.
So by the way, it's
Karen-
very hot, sticky, and uncomfortable. While the like young people are just like goofing around. Karen, what were you gonna say?
Karen, because it's on top of a dune, can Karen see the next map marker, which I believe was a
Shiny
palm
palm?
tree with
Shiny
a
palm.
Roll
Yeah.
me a perception check.
yeah a shaded palm. She's gonna call Flinvar out to see if he can see as well, because he usually has better vision than she does.
Younger.
Not this time though, baby. That's a natural 20
Nice.
to looking.
You can definitely see something sparkling on the horizon. You can definitely see like there is something that is reflecting light up ahead.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. She is going to turn back to the awkward boy convention, which hasn't taken off yet with everybody else, but I want everybody to be saying this by the end, so I'm going to keep saying it.
It's the Awkward Boy Convention.
Yeah, the awkward boy convention. And
Hashtag
say,
Awkward Boy convention.
It's the ABC, baby.
yes!
I love that.
And she's going to say, oh, okay, boys.
Thank you, Invisible Moose.
She's not a teacher,
hashtag
but
Awkward Boy convention. Hashtag ABC.
yes, she's not a teacher, but she claps her hands and she says, I think this is just to show us the way to the next point. So if everybody can stop talking to the cacti, please. I'm very hot and very sweaty, and I want to not be here. Thank you. and she's going to bring everybody over and point towards the shimmery thing in the distance and say, "That's where we're headed. Everybody agreed? Yes."
Thank you,
Yes,
Senpai 1 and
definitely.
Senpai 2's mom bows.
Yes.
But because he's holding Frankie under one arm, Frankie's like the top of Frankie's head like touches the sand.
Yeah.
I'm imagining that Frankie is quite enjoying this because he is a tall boy and he does not get to be picked up very often.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frankie's loving this and loving all the attention because he doesn't get this kind of respect at work. So
Who is leading the party for the next sort of part of this, heading towards?
I was
this?
actually thinking I might go to Kevin and be like, "Hey, Kevin,
Yes,
can you pick
Senpai
her up?" And pointing at Karen because she seems
my
tired.
God.
Yes, Senpai 1. And I go choo, 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 but I've got Frankie, so it's like choo, 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 choo. And it is a quick scoop, tuck, and I'm gonna go like beeline. So I'm gonna like figure out which way that Karen was pointing, like spin like a robot, and then goes choo, 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 and just start fucking turbocharging it.
Come on, F bombs.
Oh, sorry.
Karen, do you
my bad.
resist being collected?
Yes, Karen is not a very tall boy who doesn't get picked up very often. Karen is a very proud dwarf who culturally does not get picked up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Second, you've got a husband.
Contested strength checks then to see if we can see if you get picked up or if you can, flip him over you or something. Liv,
as
roll
a
me strength
barbarian,
check.
As a barbarian, I'm going to give myself advantage on this roll.
You're not raging.
I don't need to.
Why not?
I don't think. Hold on.
Pretty sure it's a rage bonus.
I'm so excited for this.
I mean, you can rage if you want to.
No.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, it is a rage bonus. You know what? I do. I rage for a contested strength check.
Okay.
Well, I've got a fun and exciting number for you. So tell me when you're done.
Oh, no.
Good. I rolled a 17 plus 5, so that is a 23.
Cool. So I just
22.
want to add the flavor that real quick that Kevin is just this enormous, just hulking figure in this tiny dorky tux one piece. 'Cause I got a 5.
I'm just gonna paint us a picture here. Kevin, you're like storming towards Karen to pick her up because your cool tiefling senpai told you to. Meanwhile, that dwarf pulls out a coin of what you know to be Electrum and like crushes it in their hands, and like for a second their veins and eyes glow blue, and then they just flip you over.
Go, Frankie! I'm holding Frankie!
Frankie's like, huh?
Well, you should have thought of that. You should have thought of that before charging the barbarian.
So you've learned something, Kevin, is that at least one of these people is familiar with Electrum, which you know to be an illegal substance not normally used outside of the wizard school, and they have also used it to physically overpower you, which is another thing you're not really used to people doing. Frankie, roll me an acrobatics check.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering how that was gonna end up for Frankie.
Wait, can I go at advantage? He's just like on the ground, just like trying to catch Frankie.
Okay, roll me an acrobatics check at advantage.
Yay!
I love this imagery.
Acrobatics.
I'm picturing going cartwheeling in the air.
That's an 18.
Yeah. So with Idafa's help, when Karen flips Kevin over, he kind of lets you go, and you go flying, kind of like, like if you've ever seen a car like flipping through the air, but then just like land straight on its wheels, or if, in your case, not your wheels, your feet. And Idafa like spots you as you come down and you land on your feet, and you're fine. Easy.
You GTA 5'd it.
Yeah.
You did a bunch of spins, and then you landed perfectly on the road.
Exactly. That was planned. Ta-da! Entertainment.
I set up.
So Kevin, you've now learned that Karen is magic and probably doesn't want to be picked up.
You watch as his eyes sparkle. And I'm not gonna draw out this scene because I know it'll take forever if I try and like full roleplay this. So I'll just say like Kevin goes, You are
Karen,
like my mom.
Karen goes over to Kevin and helps him up and pats him on the hand and says, "Don't listen to anything Idafus says. He's a horrible little man." And she's going to head off towards the oasis.
She is like my mom.
Karen, roll me either a nature or a survival check.
Oh no! Okay, both things I'm not very good at. Somebody else might have to swoop in and help Karen.
What is
Frankie
it?
would help.
Well, I just helped Frankie, so I'm busy.
Yeah, that's a 12 for nature, so not great. Not great on finding the next part.
What was it? What? Sorry.
12.
Okay. So Karen takes off into the desert towards the sparkle. The rest of you, I assume, follow.
Yeah.
You do at one point feel like you're headed towards the next thing on the map, which is like a palm tree and a rock and a pool of water. But as you get closer, it sort of shimmers and disappears. And you carry on walking until you find yourself walking past a very familiar looking dune with 3 cactuses on top.
Oh no.
Oh, dear.
No!
No! Can I make an
We appear to
Can I
have
make
been
an
bamboozled.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I can figure out what's going on?
Yeah, sure.
May I help? I'd
Yeah.
like to jump in.
You can either
So-
roll your own or you can add. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna make sure I do this right. So forgive me if this takes me a second. But let's see, it is in my.
Liv's just learning to use D&D Beyond. Just hold with us for a second. This is
Fine.
new
I
platform.
I rolled an 8, so Karen does not know what the fuck's going. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Guys, come on! There's so many
so
more.
easy to do.
There's so many more swear words you can use.
Turns
Karen,
out I play D&D with a bunch of filthy sailors.
Person over here.
Karen just doesn't know what the bloody hell's going on.
Thank you.
And-
Hell.
Liv, what have you got for us?
Okay. So so Kevin kind of toddles over, and in an attempt to try and repair his relationship with Senpai 1's mom and Senpai 2's mom, they're obviously brothers. But they're he like kind of digs into his little satchel and says, "Magic Mom, I have a," and he pulls out a really ornate looking book, like a beautiful book, and a little key, like a keychain, and it's covered in dorky cute little like clearly like what would be the equivalent of like a BTS fan keychain
God.
in this world.
Okay.
Oh dear.
And he had like sections off what appears to be a beautiful little library card. And I'm going to attempt to use this. I believe I have. Do we go for 3 charges or
Yeah,
1?
3.
3. Okay. So he's going to. So the ornate book is gorgeous, by the way. Like it is. If a book could be sexy, this book would be sexy.
Oh,
It's like a fiery red.
He's ruined it by covering it with BTS icons.
Well, I'd say he made it better in his own lifestyle, his own realm. He has this beautiful like book, and he like takes his library card and says, Magic Mom, I am one of your magic sons," and he attempts to.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to attempt to do the roll with advantage for an int check thing
Yeah.
that we have sorted out, where I have a magic library card.
So Liv, being a wizard, has a spell book, and they asked me if they could have one magical item. So they have a library card that 3 times a day can swipe into their book, pull up a book that they have rented from the library before, and get advantage on an intelligence check. So go ahead, Liv. Why don't you roll me an intelligence check with advantage? Which check are you going for? Are you going to do nature, arcana, history? What are you rolling here?
Pretty cool.
Specifically, I'm going to say, would you be okay with investigation, or would history be better, or maybe just straight intelligence?
I'm happy for you to choose. The information I give you is going to be based on the role that you choose. So like
Okay.
Arcana or Nature or Investigation will give you different information.
I would say this whole situation feels magical. I don't know if there's much history to this place, but they did say it was ancient, but they were definitely lying. Would you be cool with just a straight intelligence roll?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's going to give you less of an overall bonus than like something else would, but go ahead. If you want, I can just tell you. Roll either Nature or Arcana.
Okay, I'll do Arcana. Thank you. So I'll roll 1. So that is the first one is an 8, and then I'll roll another, and that one is a 23.
Cool. Okay. For Arcana,
So I rolled the library card and I opened the book, and the book magically fills up with like letters from a previous book I've rented from a library before.
Okay.
God, that's
That's
cute.
really cool. I
Frankie
love that idea.
is eyeing up that library card.
Flynn, as soon as Flynn saw the book, he like zeroed in and he's moved closer because he thinks like he's like, oh no.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. I lied to you. I am in fact a magic boy.
So, what you get out of this, Kevin, you roll Arcana. What you get out of this is you are pretty sure that the shimmering image that you saw not long ago was probably a mirage. But the way that it is planned out in the map tells you that it is probably not a naturally occurring mirage. Like, it's not like, you know, your classic... There's something else going on here. And you also know, just by the direction of the sun and by the fact that you were heading towards something shimmering on the horizon, you have not gotten turned around, you've not walked in circles. There is something magic happening here that is causing you to, like, get stuck in a loop.
We are being magically bamboozled. We're getting magic stuck in a loop, and we need to break the cycle. But how?
Oh God, this was meant to be a holiday.
But learning is some of the most fun one can have in their youth.
That is true. Frankie pipes up, like, yes! Finally somebody gets me!
A small tear rolls out of Ida's eye.
Oh.
Wow.
Steph, are you threatening to fight people in the chat?
No, don't worry about it.
What?
What's going on?
Someone says they want
Steph
that
is-
library card, and Steph's like, Frankie will fight you for it.
Yes.
Steph is in the chat being belligerent.
Okay.
Excellent.
Well, Karen isn't very Karen isn't very good with magic. She is, after all, a barbarian. She's a very straightforward kind of person. So she kind of goes up to the cactuses and she's got her fist ready to go, and she says, So what do we do? Am I punching these cactuses down? Are we removing these? How do we get to the next point on the map?
Well, why don't you try, I mean, just throwing it out there, we're playing D&D, why don't you try rolling a skill check?
You know what? Yeah, what kind of skill check? Am I rolling to cut down a cactus? I want to roll to cut down a cactus.
Karen is ready to fight a cactus.
Yeah, I want to fight a cactus.
Okay.
We've got a nice.
Let's roll for initiative.
Against the cactus.
Turns out they're all cactus.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna roll for my great axe, if you'll let me, to chop down cactus.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is a 21 to hit a cactus.
21.
Yeah, the
Anyone?
cactus was, like, made of, like, foam. Like, it definitely wasn't a real cactus. Like, a 3 would have sliced through this thing. You, like, step up and you, like, slice through this cactus, and on the inside it's, like, soft and made of, like, foam or something. Not a real cactus.
Hey guys, that's a bad cactus. Hey guys.
Karen destroys the other two cacti.
Cool. Okay, yeah, you do that. You don't even have to roll.
Yeah.
All 3 of the cactuses have been cut down and chopped up. What are you going to do now?
She rips them apart with her hands, and she
Cool.
stands there with
Is
bits of foam cactus in her hands, and she's like, "I'm sorry you had to see me like this."
Okay.
I lean towards Ida and go, Is your mom okay?
Yeah, she gets like this when a charcuterie goes away.
Oh no, the ham.
Yeah, she has not had lunch.
Okay, so now what?
Flynn asked Karen. Flynn asked
So,
Karen,
to confirm...
Oh, hang on.
all-
Flynn's next.
Oh, sorry.
Flynn, Var.
I hate that we can't edit out this bit. No.
It's fine.
So Flynn goes to Karen. Was the other 3 cactuses real cactuses, or have we just been following foam cactuses?
Karen gives him a bit of the cactus and says, I don't know how this is here. It's not real. This is fake. Who put this here? Is someone messing with us?
Perhaps the dead men.
Yeah.
And
Scorpion
why?
You're gonna ask Chad?
Why did they... Yeah, actually, I'm gonna turn to Chud.
Okay.
I forgot Chud was here.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's so quiet.
He's so quiet.
Dead.
And she's gonna say, why are you messing with us?
He looks at you and he's like, I've never made it this far before. I don't know what I'm not messing with you. I want to get to the oasis.
I'm so shiny.
Okay, you're a fake dead man. And I'm sure if I ripped your scorpions apart, they would be fake dead scorpions too. These are fake, not alive cacti.
Magic Mom, please Magic Mom, don't test your theory. Please don't murder a man today. Magic Mom. Beg of you, Magic Mom, please.
So I'm going to need someone to figure out what's going on here so I can get back to my holiday!
Okay. Chad is very scared, obviously,
I feel like you're
but
intimidated,
also like not
Brandon.
giving you anything else. So you've destroyed the cactuses. You can continue. You can examine the cactuses. You could do something else. But obviously, we have a certain amount of time that we got to hit here. So I'm going to need a new move to be made so that we can keep things moving.
I'm going to
you know
dig.
what? Oh, you're going to dig?
It's a mound, right? The cactuses were on a mound?
On a dune.
Yeah.
On a turn.
Is it slightly risen?
Yeah, well, it's a little hill made of sand.
I'm going to burrow.
Okay. Okay, cool. Roll me an investigation check.
Like a Labrador.
Roll
Oh
me-
my god, Kevin's a Labrador. Absolutely.
Yes.
16.
Yeah, so you find, you're
I
digging
will
in the
investigate
sand.
for you, Magic
and
Mom!
does not take you very long at all. What you find is 6 small wooden signs with little like hooks on the top of them, and they say the of Jewel, the oasis and desert.
The of Jewel.
The jewel of the oasis. The jewel of the.
The of
Desert
Jewel.
Oasis.
The oasis. Yeah, that.
The jewel of the desert jewel. The jewel of desert. The jewel of.
Were there 5 signs or were there 6?
There's
Sorry.
6. The other remaining one says that as well. So there's 2 of them that say that.
Okay.
Kevin is holding holds all these signs, trundles over, and like in the "how do I hold all these limes" meme, just like they all like spill out of his hand.
Oh my gosh, what have you found?
Okay, so you have some
Signs.
signs.
Yes. And I think we quite
Okay.
quickly put it together that it says the jewel of the Oasis Desert or something like that.
The jewel of the desert oasis.
Yeah,
I
that's
believe.
exactly
Ah, yes.
It says the of Oasis Jewel Desert.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what?
The Oasis, Jewel of the Desert. So there's signs. They don't have a particular point. So they're not signs that have a point on them.
They're just like a Minecraft
They
sign.
are they are small, square, wooden signs, and each of them have like a little hook on top, like they hang on something.
We are supposed to put these somewhere, perhaps.
Oh dear, we've already destroyed the cactuses. We can't hang it on the cactuses. Oh no.
Welcome.
How big are the
Okay.
signs?
Well,
Are they like small?
maybe we can.
Hang on, one at a time.
Maybe we can just put them on the ground in the correct order, and that will still work.
Liv,
Maybe that'll still work.
Liv, what was your question?
How big are the signs?
Pretty small. Like they are probably about this big each.
Okay, I pick up the one that feels like it's supposed to be at the top, so like the,
Yep.
and I pick up the next one, which I believe is like the jewel. So I pick up the next one, I hook it onto the bottom.
There's no place for it to hook onto the bottom. They hang on something above them.
In that case, you watch as Kevin goes.
Good try.
I did.
Should we bring them with us when we walk forwards, or?
There's nothing stopping you.
Karen is going to try and organize them in order and just kind of lie them down on the sand and hope that still works. And she's going to say, the jewel of the oasis, jewel of the desert, and that's going to be Karen's guess.
Okay.
Is the oasis?
We have no comma sign.
Jewel of.
Okay.
Does that do anything?
The ancient desert
Roll
kingdoms
me
do
a
not have good
perception
grammar.
check.
Anybody? Just Karen.
Just Karen.
6.
It's taken so long to figure out the order of these 6 words that vultures are starting to circle overhead.
Oh
Where
no!
did these come from? This isn't your natural area of the world at all.
Ido's gonna have a look at the signs. He's gonna turn them over and just see if there's numbers on them.
No, there are no numbers on the back of them. There's
Dang it!
6 small wooden signs with hooks on them. In the interest of moving things along, Flynn, roll me an investigation check on the cactus pieces.
Sorry.
15.
Yeah, you notice that on the what would be the arms, because they're classic cactuses, right? They got a main body and then they've got like 2 arms that come off like this. On each of the arms, there's a little metal ring attached to them that looks like a little hook could go in there.
I'm so sorry, guys. I hang on these for definite, but I've got an idea. If we keep walking, it's gonna loop us around, right? And it might be one of those mirages or like those spells.
It'll reset.
Reset. Yeah,
It'll reset.
Can we give it a go? We
Hey,
won't lose
you know what? Let's do it. That's a great idea. Let's see if we can reset the cactuses by walking around.
Okay.
I love that.
Flynn, you seem to be leading this. Go ahead and roll me a survival check.
It's 1 and we die.
Wasn't that one?
Yeah, we did.
But I can re-roll it.
Okay, he's a halfling. He can reroll.
Oh my gosh! I did get a net 20.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. So you, with this idea in mind, you walk off towards the sparkle. Again, you pass kind of like a shimmery. You pass a shimmery sort of. It looks like always it's a tree and a pool and a rock. But actually, with such a high survival check, you're actually able to. It disappears as you get close, but you're able to go up to it, and you realize that it's actually a billboard. As you go up to it, it's got like a shimmery thing on it, but you touch the billboard, and the disappearance kind of rubs off, and so what you're left with is a sign with a palm tree, a rock, and a pool, and it says "The Oasis, Jewel of the Desert" on the billboard. And there's nothing else around, like it's just a billboard, and you do carry on walking towards the sparkle, and eventually you do pass a now very familiar looking dune with 3 cactuses on top of it that have not been chopped up.
Out of curiosity, do they look like hastily painted, or like kind of a little errant, like there's some footsteps that are scrabbled away from them or something?
Roll me an
They're put together with like
investigation
tape and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta know.
I assist because Flynn would
As
also
a-
be very.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
22.
absolutely. I want to roll investigation on that.
Yeah, so 22. Should
Uh,
I roll twice or once?
check. Just once. Do you got 22?
Yup.
Yeah, 22 is plenty. They do not appear to be the same ones. You go up and you're like, okay, these haven't been stuck back together. However, you do notice not very far away, there's like a small green piece of foam sticking out of the sand. That doesn't, like, it's not missing from one of the current cactuses that you're working
Hastily
with.
buried the previous ones.
Or maybe someone's forgotten to take it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we will hang the signs on the cactuses saying, from left to right, I assume, "The Oasis, Jewel of the Desert." Like it said on
Very,
the billboard.
very nice. Once all the 6 signs have been hung, the 3 cactuses all sprout little flowers on top of the main bodies. And
Good
when
phone.
you
That's
and
good phone.
and when you turn back, the shining object on the horizon appears to be a little closer. Make some perception checks, everybody.
Oh dear.
Natural
Just
20!
forget Otto's here. Otto got a nat 1.
Don't worry, I'm onto it. I'm onto it.
I don't
Thanks.
know.
Invisible Move said, "What if the thes were the wrong way round?" One of them had a capital letter, and one of them had a capital T, and one of them didn't. And I'm assuming when you went, the one with the capital letter went first.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I love
If we
it.
had more time, probably not.
Yeah. Yeah. If we had more time, I would have messed with you for a little bit, but no, that's fine. You got little flowers and practices. Karen, you got a natural 24 perception, right?
Yes.
Cool. You turn around. That sparkly thing on the horizon appears to be a lot closer now. Odd. It appears to be a enormous dome of blue. Like an enormous blue swirling dome.
Dear God.
There'll be some really
Yeah,
rare
Cat-
Pokemon there.
Yeah, Karen likes blue. It's her favorite color. So Karen's going to say, "Okay, let's go," and she's going to head off towards the blue dome. And she will point it out to everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, you do travel for a short time. The ball of water getting larger and larger until finally you hit sort of the edge of like a large desert valley, and directly underneath what you now find to be a sphere of water is what looks like a really, really fun-looking water park. There are massive twisting water slides. There's enormous decadent beach pools, palm trees everywhere. There's pools that like entirely look like they're built for ships and boats doing like pretend naval combat. There's a lazy river circling what looks like an outdoor food court. There's what looks like an infinite wave pool, like a pool that's just got a wave that goes forever. And at the center of it all, emblazoned with signage and branding, with the stolen ocean balanced on top of its very tip, is a familiar looking pyramid.
My God!
And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh my god.
Spring break. Hashtag spring break.
Hashtag spring break, taking a break.
So you all can inform anyone who doesn't know what about the pyramid, what that was when we come back from break, because we have done one live show before with a familiar looking pyramid involved.
I was wondering, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, a little bit of a spoiler. This adventure may be semi-canon, but it is directly canon with the last live show that we did. So in the meantime, you all can turn your cameras off, mute your mics, go have a cup of tea, go have something to eat. I've got a few messages to read, so I'm going to read some advertisements and some messages. But yeah, let's take a 20-minute break. Meet back here at 5 o'clock. And we'll come back. It's actually 27 episodes, KP, so you have even less time than you thought you did. So yeah, you guys take a break, enjoy yourselves. Glass of water, cup of tea, bit of a biscuit, and then come on back. We'll aim to start again at 5 o'clock. In the meantime, my beautiful viewers, those gorgeous people who are currently in the chat, just wanted to do a couple of quick shout outs. What we've got is that we currently have 4 patrons on our Patreon. We have Dusty, we have James, we have Claire, and we have Dusty, James, Claire, and Waffles. And I just wanted to do, I don't know if any of them are here right now. Well, Dustin is here, Alpha Dustin, one of our patrons. So I just wanted to do just a really nice, like, genuine thanks from me to you guys. The Patreon was intended entirely, like, at the moment I'm training Liz, who plays Karen, to edit, and while I've been, sticking in the time to edit and everything, I have also been, putting in a lot of time that I don't have, so I'm teaching Liz to edit, and the money that gets raised from the Patreon is going to go into paying Liz to learn how to edit, and it's going to be really fun, because I think that's really cool. And yeah, just thank you so much for your support. If anybody wants to check out the Patreon, we have 4 different tiers that you can join up at. The bottom one just being a couple of bucks as support, and the top one, if you join the top tier, you might even be here as a guest star next time we play D&D together. Because the top tier which is $50 a month, is about, you get invitations to play Dungeons and Dragons with us. While you won't be able to join the main podcast, you'll be able to join us for live shows and, lots of fun stuff that we get up to. So anyone interested, Alpha Dustin has obviously just posted the Patreon link in the chat, so go ahead and check that out. Just want to thank Game Kings again, Ben and Elliot from Game Kings, and also Poppy. Poppy is involved with Game Kings as well, for agreeing to sponsor our show. Just a reminder that at the end of the episode, everybody who has posted hashtag Spring Break in the chat, we're going to basically, however many people that is, if it's 39 people, we're going to roll a D39, and whoever is the winner is going to win a $20 voucher for Game Kings. And they do have D&D stuff. They've got board games. They've got all kinds of things. I have a ton of board games from Game Kings. As very, very cool. Also, just wanted to do a shout out for the TTRPG podcast community, because there are a lot of New Zealand D&D podcasts who do, I want to say similar stuff to what we do, but really, more honestly, it's better stuff than we do. And so I just want to give a quick shout out to Fate of Isen, Getting Dicey, Season Quest, Don't Forget Your Towel, Danger Team Go, Dungeons and Comedians, Casual RP, Dungeons and Dipshits, Dice Legends, as well as like a ton that I can't think to name right now. There's going to be a website coming out soon where we're all kind of going to be represented. These are all New Zealand created shows, all with their own spin on being a podcast. Ours is like, hey, what if we had day jobs? Everyone else has got their own spin and their own adventures. The TTRPG New Zealand podcast community has been really, really kind to me. I've made some genuinely good friends out of just being involved in the scene, and I've always been really welcomed. So I just wanted to take a second to throw a few plugs out there. If anyone in the chat is like, oh, some of those sound interesting and you want to know about them, most of them are on, are on all of the, podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything like that. So please do go and check out some other New Zealand podcasts. Because while I think ours is quite good, I imagine some of them probably do blow us out of the water. So yeah, go and check them out. I obviously don't have all the time in the world to sit and listen to every single episode of every single podcast, but I have listened to bits and pieces of all of them, and they're really good. So just wanted to gush about that for a minute. Oh, and also the history of Aotearoa, New Zealand podcast, and Waffles and Mario Talk About Things, which aren't RPG shows, but are still very good podcasts that I enjoy for myself. I'm going to allow that. KP, you're allowed to say queer. Yeah, it's a very, very good list. I agree. 100% of New Zealand podcasts I listen to are either very queer or very queer supportive. I'm like 90% sure that our podcast is entirely LGBT, although I'm not sure that I can commit to that because I haven't specifically been like asked everyone what their labels are. So, but yeah, most of the New Zealand podcasts are some form either LGBT or LGBT supportive. So yeah, always really cool. It's a very good place to be. I am also going to go ahead and take a break. I'm just going to grab a quick drink and a bite to eat. Please, guys, come back in 15 minutes for the second half. Because on our end, where people have got to go to the bathroom and just have a break and let the rest of their voices and stuff. I hope to see you guys back here in 15 minutes. I'll put the music back on. There we go. Get that going again. There we go. And I'll put up this very nice Be Right Back pluck. And I'll be back shortly. Here we go. Welcome back to part 2. Everyone good? Let's just test everybody's mics real quick. Make sure that we're still all working good.
Oh, g'day.
Hello.
Baba Booey.
Hashtag Spring Break.
Baba Booey.
JP, cookies will hopefully they won't burn. Well, I'm going to remind you every minute or so to check your cookies. Hashtag Spring Break, everybody. We are back for part 2. Now, who wants to give us just a little recap of what just happened before we went on? Oh, Liz is gone.
She'll be back.
I'm sure she'll be back. Who wants to give us a little recap of what happened just before we went on break? Oh, this look good. There we go. Okay, yeah, Liz is back.
Sorry, I tried to do something clever with Discord and it did not work
It
out.
was not clear.
It was not clever. I'm not going to do that again.
Who wants to remind me what happened, or who wants to remind us in the audience what happened just before we went on break?
Oh my gosh, so much happened. It was so exciting. The ocean disappeared on our wonderful, beautiful, calm, and stunning summer holiday, which is very rude.
By the way, your camera's not on, Liz.
Yeah, my camera is not on. Give me just 1 second.
Okay, sure. All right, yeah.
Yeah, but I can still keep talking. You know I'm good at talking.
Yeah, you are.
So,
The big issue is that now everything's
No.
a desert.
Yes, desert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a desert, big desert.
We
Am I
also
there now?
have-
I'm not there now.
Not yet. We do have a fun new magic boy.
Oh, here we go.
So there's like a little group.
His
of
name is
magic
Kevin.
boys. Yeah. We have the what was the ABC stand for again?
Awkward boy
awkward-
convention.
The awkward boy convention. So
And,
good.
Yeah.
And what did we see right before when we solved our fun cactus sign puzzle? What did we see when we approached the final destination here?
Oh, I would recommend checking
That.
the art.
Yeah, I believe it's in Aggie in our beautiful art program. The entire ocean is in a sphere above a very, very fun water park, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't include the water park bit, but there is like a just a big ass like pyramid, I think, dead in the middle. So just
Yeah.
pretend that there's like slides around that. Hang on.
Easy.
There's slides are there,
Yeah.
There are slides
things.
there.
Okay.
and it's called the Oasis.
It is called the Oasis. Yeah, I didn't mention that, but if you, we can put together from context that it is probably called the Oasis.
I
And
thought it was a Westfield shopping centre.
and at the center of the Oasis is a very familiar looking pyramid. Would anyone like to remind us when we've seen this pyramid before?
We saw it in our last live stream. It turns out that it was the domain of a horrible mummy who had created a pyramid scheme.
Mummy, I'm sorry, mummy. I'm sorry.
That was pretty much the entire, like, it was about 4 hours to be like, ha ha ha, mummy, pyramid scheme, ha ha ha. Yeah.
Well,
We're
gonna
very
say,
into puns here.
it's actually a multi-level marketing scheme. It's not a pyramid
that's true.
scheme. It's just in a triangle shape.
It's an inverted funnel.
Yeah.
This is what it looked like last time. On the
Oh,
screen.
yeah. There we go.
That's when I actually have a drawing program to work with, not Aggie.io.
Yeah.
There we go. So that was the pyramid that we dealt with last time. But should we carry on with the game?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's take that down. That last one. I think you could just delete it, like rather than. Yeah, no, it's fine. You've got it. All right. So,
That's perfect.
are you guys approaching the park, or what is the move from here?
Yes.
I can just go
I would
in.
love to approach the park.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure we can approach the park, right?
Yeah. So you do.
Yeah.
You approach the park. There's nobody else in line, but there are sort of like guiding bars that lead you in zigzags slowly towards what looks like the main gate.
Aaron starts ducking under the bars to get to the front quicker.
Frankie actually follows the path because
I was
The
about to
rope-
say, yeah.
the ropes, tell us what to do, and give them the rules.
Yeah, Karen is a nice lady, but above all else, she is a Karen, so she will not wait in a line.
Love it.
And you need to.
When you get to the front of the line, sitting in the ticket booth appears to be a really, really ugly woman dressed like a lifeguard. Like her skin is all rotted, and like she doesn't have any lips. It's just teeth. Eyes are really sunken in, and one of them isn't even there. It kind of looks like there's a corpse manning this ticket booth.
Can I inspect the hands to make sure?
Are you gonna sniff them?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's time for some sniffing.
You want to? Okay. What do you want to do with the hands, Frankie? And don't. By the way, speaking of hands, don't forget when we want to talk. Let's just show our hands.
Frankie wants to see if this corpse has both of their hands to see if this corpse hand matches.
No roll necessary. She does have two hands.
Mm.
And she says, hello, welcome to the Oasis. Unfortunately, we are sold out of regular tickets, so we're selling either season passes or fast passes here today.
Oh my god, of course.
How much do you charge for these passes, miss?
The season pass appears to be about 700 gold. But it does give you unlimited, comebacks for the entire summer. And the fast passes are, the fast passes seem very confusing. Like they don't feel like tickets in as much as like booking specific times. But if everyone buys a fast pass, then it does nothing and everyone just waits in the same line anyway. #fuck Disney.
And there it is.
Swearing! You're swear!
Yeah, I'm allowed to swear.
What?
Double standards.
Yeah.
I'm drawing this lovely woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can either buy a season pass, you can buy a fast pass. I'm going to be honest with you guys, like whatever money you spend is going to be back in your pockets when we go back to the regular episodes.
Season pass, baby.
Yes.
See, I know you're saying that, and I understand, but Karen doesn't want to give this woman any money.
Yeah.
Karen's just gonna duck the turnstile.
You just going to break in?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
What's she gonna do? She's a zombie. She's
gonna bite you.
What's she gonna do?
I'll be honest, I kind of expected Karen to just like punch her into dust. So this is a better outcome.
Yeah. Roll me an intimidation check, Karen.
Yeah, I absolutely do that. That is a 15 plus 7, a 22.
Yeah, so you do, you're like, I'm just gonna go through the turnstile, what are you gonna do about it? And then you just like carry on, and the zombie at the counter, because she is a zombie, you're correct, looks very disappointed, like, oh man, I'm not gonna get any flesh today, and doesn't chase you, doesn't sound any alarms, but seems very, like, down on herself for letting that happen. And the rest of you guys roll up, and Karen's already inside, and she's like, welcome to the Oasis. Money, maybe?
Ida's gonna be like, look, I'm real sorry, and just kind of just steps over the turnstile and is like, I'm going.
Kevin is both too large and too awkward to like go under or over the turnstile without doing something wrong. So he just goes, I'm sorry, he's so cool. Go man, and he like trundles through the rope, like or whatever, like just
he's drags like, all the ropes along with him.
Like in Shrek.
Yes.
We do way too many Shrek homages in this show.
I know.
I don't think we do enough, to be honest.
All right, so you are inside the park. Did anyone pay, or did you guys all just like walk straight in past?
Frankie's just like, I'm with them, and then try to avoid like eye contact as he just like shit. Sorry.
Flynn
will give her a gold coin and then walk past.
And she's like, that's not that's not even slightly the amount of. All right, you're gone.
That's not enough.
And Chud like waves, like pulls a lanyard out of his like desert robes and just shows it, and she's like, yeah, go on in, you're fine.
You can tell she 100% doesn't get paid enough to like deal with this. You know, she's like, you know what? Yeah, let's just go.
By the way, I'm loving whoever's drawing the picture. I'm the manager now, and I think Shrek is now being added.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm loving.
Here comes Shrek.
So you guys are in. You guys are inside the water park. You're inside the Oasis. You can do whatever you want. There are rides all over the place, although you don't have wristbands, so you might have trouble getting on those. Although you might just be able to walk straight onto them. Where would you like to go? There's food, there's rides, there's all kinds of things. What would you like to do at the water park?
I'm just going to be like, hey, hey Chud, what is the reason for being here? I feel like you've got a lanyard, you know what you're on about. Give us the goss.
Wait, how did you get a lanyard if you've never been here before?
That's a very good question.
Wow.
Okay, cool.
That is a very good question.
Poppy, roll me a persuasion check. In the meantime, once he's inside, Chud does start like unwrapping the desert gear, and he too is dressed like a lifeguard underneath of it. And he's like, "Oh, that was marketing. Are you guys do you guys not understand advertising or okay? Sorry.
Oh my god.
That's all like a fun adventure, so people can like go on adventure and find the water park. It's part of the experience. Like if you checked your Instagrams, you probably would have seen it already."
Oh my God.
Karen is by this point. That's true. That's true. Ida is not allowed a phone anymore. Karen is by this point furious at Chud, and she says she's so angry she can barely speak. But then the sweet scent of carnival food wafts over to her, and she says, "You know, I could kind of go for a hot dog right now." And she kind of turns towards the food.
Just before you do that, Poppy, what did you roll for your persuasion check?
I rolled a 19.
Okay, what was your question again?
I was just
Why are
like,
we here?
why are we here? Why'd you bring us here?
So Chud like turns around and like spreads his arms, and like the speedo that he's wearing does not fit his like decomposed butt very well, so that's not a great sign.
No.
Also, isn't one of his hands still missing?
Yeah,
He
one of his
spreads
hands
arms
is still
to it.
missing. Yeah, he spreads like one arm and then like one hand, and he's like, "What do you mean? It's a water park. Go have fun. Go on rides. It's an experience. Like, you guys are the first ones here, so the water doesn't even have any pee in it, so like, get into it."
You stole our ocean.
I didn't steal anything. I'm just an employee.
Who's the manager?
He just points.
You're learning.
He just points towards the pyramid.
Oh, yikes.
Karen?
Yes, hold on for one moment, darling. Actually, we'll go to the pyramid next. And Karen is bustling off towards the hot dogs.
Cool. So is anyone going with Karen to the food court? Like, there is a moment of flavor where you guys can go on rides and do bullshit before we, like, move on with the story. So if anyone wants to, if we want to do a montage, we could do a montage.
I want a funnel cake.
I want to offer to pick Frankie up again, and I want to offer to pick Ido up, and be like, "Do either of you want to join me on some slides?"
Yeah, does this time. Yeah, let's go.
It's slide time, baby.
Yay!
Okay, so we're gonna do a montage of things happening at the water park, and then we will move on. So one at a time, I would like each of you to describe a small 10-second scene of what you are doing, or what everyone is doing at the water park. Karen, go.
Okay, Karen's made her way over to the hot.
Oh, you're frozen. We can't hear you, so I don't know if you can hear us, but
Dogs.
oh,
No.
she's gone. Okay, I'm sure she'll be back. Does somebody else want to participate in the montage before that? Yeah, Nate, go.
So Flynn's gonna go on first to get some water because we've been walking through the desert, but then
By the way, the water's really expensive. The water is like 9 gold a bottle, and there's no water fountains. You can only buy like flasks of water. Cool, carry on.
Oh, okay. I've now got a $9 flask of water.
That sucks. I kept talking throughout that whole thing because I wasn't sure if I was
We'll
gone or
circle
not.
back to you. We'll circle back to you. It's Flynn's turn first. So Flynn bought himself a $9 bottle of water, and then what?
And then if there's a roller coaster or like aggressive log flume, he's going on that, and then you'll hear this tiny little in his little bag, and it's like,
Okay.
"Oh, sorry, I forgot about you, Welby."
Oh no!
So
Oh, poor Welby!
if you guys don't mind, I'd love to do a freeze frame of like everyone's like picture as you're all going down the log flume with like different poses. So yeah, and yeah, like Flynn's one, he's like holding a dragon who's kind of vomiting a little bit, and like everybody else is like cha-ching, cha-ching, and then like someone's like shooting sparks in the air with magic. And it's a whole thing. Everyone gets their picture taken as we all go down the log flume. Very nice, Flynn. Karen, do you want to have another go at your piece of the montage?
To have another go. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, Karen is buying a hot dog. She does not want to pay for the hot dog, but she will convince the store operator that she's actually part of quality control.
Okay.
And she's here in order to test the hot dog to make sure that it is good for the guests when the park opens.
Roll me a deception check.
Yeah, she is trying to finagle a free hot dog.
Because the hot dogs are really expensive. Again, like everything is overpriced. It sucks.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, you are successful in like conning your way into getting a hot dog. It's not very good. It's not a good hot dog, but you do get it for free.
She does. She gives quality control, and she says that it's not very good. But she does feel a little bit better because now at least she's eaten something.
Yeah.
And when she is going down the log flume, she will be mugging for the camera very nicely.
So the next piece of the montage is Karen eating a hot dog while like everyone else is like digging around in their pockets looking for 25 gold for some chips. Next, who else has got something for the montage? Steph.
Frankie would like to go up to, I guess, like a game stall and try and win a prize for Ido.
Aww.
Like just a stuff, like something.
Okay, let's do one of those games where you are shooting a gun, like an air rifle, at the
Not
targets
this again,
to knock them
Penny.
down. Hey, shush. Shush.
That's a secret surprise. The audience will find out later.
Hashtag inside joke.
This is a mouse-tool that will come up.
Frankie, just roll me a couple of attack rolls, just like 3
What
attack
is
rolls
eating
with
this
your
hot dog?
dexterity.
Oh my god!
Karen!
So Frankie rolled a 16,
Yeah.
a 14,
Yeah.
and a 15.
Yeah, cool. So you do knock down the targets and you win a stuffed animal for Ido. What kind of stuffed animal is it?
I want to say it's probably like a big old like seahorse, but just you know how they're not very good like quality. It's just that.
Beautiful. I love it. There's a seahorse in here somewhere. Hang on. I'm going to show you what you want.
It's in
The orange one out of frame, like in...
Yeah,
No,
I think I can see it.
in our
Oh my
wardrobe, I
God.
think, isn't it?
So cute!
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Does Idafa love it?
Heck
Idafa
yeah.
adores it.
Hell yeah!
The next
And then-
piece of the montage is Frankie winning a carnival game. Although the ticket money he spent on tickets was way more than what the soft toy was worth by itself, but he still did do it. That's fantastic. And in the background, Kevin Downer is like peeking over something and like taking down notes for how to be cool.
Yeah.
Give your male friends some romantic affection is what he's writing down.
Makes sense. I think the best way to be cool is homoeroticism.
Yeah.
I think that is the way.
Idafa and Kevin, do you have anything to add to the water park montage that we're currently on?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ido gets his seahorse and he acts really cool, but he's blushing, so he can't stop that. And his tail goes like straight up, which isn't at all. It's not a sign of arousal. It's just his excitement. And then he's like, "All right, I got to go show Frankie how cool I am." So he goes up to the biggest water slide.
Yep.
But when he gets to the top, he's terrified. But he slips anyway, and and his photo's just like.
Yeah, so the freeze frame of Idafa like falling down a water slide, and Frankie in the background with like holding out a thumbs up, like
You're doing great.
and Kevin,
Everybody's having a good time.
Kevin, what is your addition to the water park montage that we're currently on?
It is a beautiful snapshot of a pair of hands and feet both sticking at the bottom of a narrow enclosed slide where he has tried to go down like this and gotten stuck.
Poor boy.
He's too big. It's not regulation.
That is absolutely fantastic. We've got ourselves a little montage. I'm going to add my own one as you guys are all, you're holding your food. Everyone's got their togs on and you're walking like down the walkway and you narrowly avoid getting hit by a cannonball because of the one of the rides is a big pool with 2 ships in it. like 2 full-sized pirate ships, or like, and they've got cannons on them. It's like a pirate adventure ride that you can go on. So you guys are all walking and like having a good time and like doing cool friend poses, and then like right as the camera shutters, cannonball flies in, almost hits everyone. Everyone's like,
So scary.
and that's the end of our water park montage. What would you guys like to do now?
See the
We would
manager.
like to turn towards the pyramid.
Yeah, cool. Dustin just asked me what Chud was doing. Chud went to go get his hand reattached before the montage started. So he went off to go do his own thing once we arrived at the park, because it turned out he was just a park employee the whole time.
Marketing.
Okay, so we're at the pyramid. At the bottom,
Yeah.
you guys reach the pyramid. At the bottom of the pyramid, there's a small ticket booth run by a zombie dressed like a carny. And he wants you all to buy tickets to go into the pyramid.
I'm not buying a ticket to go and see a manager. That's simply not how it works, darling.
I'm
And
supposed
again, Karen is just going to try and go through.
Okay.
She's just going to go through.
Is everybody else gonna? So by the way, there is steps leading up the side of the pyramid. So it is a staircase that you're climbing. Is everybody else going with Karen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would it's very awkward though, like Kevin's one where he's like, I'm sorry, listen, I'm sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me.
Yeah. So you all you go up the stairs. And for like, you're almost at the top, and then for a second, like there's a bit of weird darkness, and then you find yourselves at the bottom of the stairs, next to the ticket booth, and the carny's like, hey, so you guys need to buy tickets to go inside to go into the pyramid.
No. And then I walk past.
Yeah. Keep going.
Stubbornness. I also keep going.
Cool, you get to the top of the stairs and you're overwhelmed for a second by darkness, and you find yourselves at the bottom of the stairs next to the ticket booth. And the person's like, hey, you guys need to buy tickets to go into the pyramid.
Damn it,
How
I was so
much-
excited to keep going.
How much are the tickets?
No one's ever asked me that before.
How about I give you this nice silver coin all for you, and you don't have to tell your boss about it, and you just let us go up to the top. What do you say to that,
You
darling?
guys can do whatever you want. He takes the silver from you. Doesn't give you a ticket. And you can carry on.
Oh, I need a ticket.
So where are the tickets though, darling?
Well, you didn't buy a ticket. You gave me a silver coin from me.
No, I gave you a silver coin for you for the tickets.
Oh, that wasn't. I don't remember
No,
that happening.
no,
that
that
never
wasn't.
happened.
That wasn't just for you. So I will have to be having that silver coin back, please.
I don't know what you're
Or
talking
we'll be
about.
having the tickets now. Karen attacks him.
Oh my god.
Like, very close.
So roll me a attack roll.
Yeah.
Gaslight gatekeep girl boss, says Kevin.
That's an 18 plus 8.
Yeah, you slice that zombie in half, and they're still zombies, so they're dead.
Yeah, Karen reaches behind the booth and pulls out 5 tickets.
Yeah, you pull out an entire roll of tickets.
Yeah. And she
Yeah.
goes, okay, let's go.
Cool. You go up the stairs, and then you get almost to the top of the stairs, and you're overwhelmed by darkness for a second, and you find yourselves at the bottom of the stairs next to the ticket booth. And the person in the ticket booth says, hey, you guys gotta buy tickets to go into the pyramid.
How much are the damn tickets?
50 gold.
That's a lot.
Oh.
Each?
Yeah, sure.
No!
Roll me a perception check. And by the way, the ticket guy is like, I've never seen you people before in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what you think is happening sounds crazy. Just go up the stairs if you want to go up the stairs.
I rolled 19 for perception.
Karen rolled a 21 for perception.
Rolled a 16.
Kevin rolled a 2.
Frankie rolled a 12.
The man says he's never met us before. I think he's
okay.
right.
Everybody except Karen. Sorry, everybody except Kevin. Karen and Kevin, very similar names.
They are.
What you see up the sides of the stairs along the banisters, these little lanterns and they seem to have like a little gas canister in them, and it looks like if you wanted to, you could light the lanterns on the way up the stairs if you wanted to. And the zombies
the
like,
darkness.
hey, I've never seen you people before. Like, either buy tickets or leave, but don't just like stand here.
Is Karen still holding the reel of tickets that she stole from behind the counter?
Absolutely.
Yeah, she says, "Oh, don't worry about it, darling. We've already bought tickets."
I don't remember that happening. That
ye-
never happened. You sound insane.
Oh,
It's true.
gaslight.
Gaslight
Gaslighter. Yeah.
I'm gonna just walk past and just light those lights as he goes past.
Yeah, sure. It takes a few
smart.
minutes because there's quite a few gas lights on the way up the stairs. But you do like as you light all of the torches on the way up, you do manage to make your way to the top, and you are now standing on a platform, like to get into the up on a sort of raised platform to get into the pyramid. There's a gate. And in front of the gate, there's a person sitting there, and she's got a key around her neck, and she's like, "You guys can't come in.
Well, why not?
This is my gate.
Okay. So can you let us in?
Maybe if you solve the puzzle." And then
What's the
off to
puzzle?
the side, you could see 3 zombies. One of them's dressed like a fox, one of them's dressed like a goose, and one of them's dressed like a bag of
Baby train or a baby crane?
bag of grain.
Bag of grain.
I turn to Karen. I'm just like, Karen, can we please just like kill them or something?
Actually, I love this puzzle. I'm very good at it. So we have to get the bag of grain, the goose, and the fox to the other side of somewhere without the fox eating the goose or the goose eating the grain, correct?
The zombie holding the key, is, like with the key around their neck, just holds on to the key. He's like, "I don't give a shit what you do. You can't come in."
Oh. Or maybe... Well, is that the puzzle?
Yeah, it is the puzzle.
Okay, so if we solve the puzzle, can we come in?
No.
Mm.
Nobody gets to come in. This is my gate, okay? You're not taking it from me.
Can I buy?
Oh, well...
Can I buy the gate from you?
How
So that
much?
I legally own the gate.
How much?
Do you barter
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
items?
Yeah. What would you like to trade, or what would you like to pay for it? Make me an offer.
Is it pale?
Give me a sec. I got something dumb.
Oh no! We love dumb.
Okay. I would like to. I would like to use a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I'd like to use he's gonna get out his really sexy spellbook, the really sexy one covered in BTS stickers canonically, and and he's gonna say, "Do you want to find love?" and I would like to offer you a date with the coolest man I know. And I'm going to summon. I'm gonna do. I think it's called Manifest Mind, which is because of my wizard subclass, where I can conjure forth the mind of my awakened spellbook.
Oh!
Manifest.
Yeah. Go
And
ahead.
Your spellbook is a sexy man?
I would.
Hello?
Yeah, I summon forth. And this is, babe. I made a slight retcon to the character design.
Okay.
So
Oh my
this
God.
isn't quite the original draft.
Okay.
But basically a face that kind of looks like the concept of every BTS member.
What is BTS?
Oh, don't worry about it, babe.
Okay.
It's just a cute people band. It's a band of cute
They're-
people.
They're a Korean pop band.
Oh, I know them. I know. Yeah, I'm up to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. It's a K-pop band.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. Handsome
job,
Korean
Pete.
boys. Cool.
That's the one. So it's just sort of the concept of each of them somehow.
Cool.
And the face summons, and it's like this spectral red, like sexy light with like cute little heart on one of the cheeks and like the perfect coiffed of hair, but it's just the head, just the face. And the face like aligns itself over the top of like Kevin's face, and you hear, "This was my original accent for Liv's original character."
Oh my god.
Oh!
So don't mind this being the, the inexplicable accent used. Hello.
Sexy.
Hello. I have been summoned, it seems.
That's very sexy.
I'd like to. A spectral hand slides up into view, but there is no arm. It's just in the space around the face only. And be like, "Hello, I would like to treat a beautiful." Glances up and down the personality to to a time of luxury and wonder. I am the manifestation of the novel that this guy. It's like he's forgotten Kevin's name.
Okay.
That this guy. Yeah.
Okay, roll me a persuasion check. Because you're using an ability, I'll give you advantage.
Thank you.
I love whoever's drawing that.
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, the zombie that is like guarding the gate, like kind of like, okay. Here's the thing. Like, I'll let you use the key, because you're just so like attractive, and you look like you'd be popular in Korea at music, and but the gate still belongs to me. Okay, I do want to keep it.
My darling, it is your gate. I cannot take from you. I can only love what you have to give.
Sure. And she takes the key off from around her neck and hands it to you. And off to the side, the like bag of grain and the goose. Sorry, the bag of grain and the duck and the fox all look really disappointed.
Oh.
How does a bag of grain look disappointed?
Was the zombie dressed as a bag of grain?
Okay.
He just droops.
Yeah.
Aww.
Which you kind of sad. Anyway.
Kevin instructs. The book's name is Fernando.
Of course he is.
Yeah. So, but I've changed the flavor a little bit, but Kevin instructs Fernando to stay with his beloved and show her a good time at the water park.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Very good.
I'm just gonna.
Wow.
Beautiful. This
Have
is
you
exactly
seen the
why we have
drawing?
the whiteboard. Yeah, this is exactly why we decided to have a whiteboard instead of using Roll20. Thank you so much.
This is so good.
You're welcome.
Okay, cool. So you have the key. Fernando is staying behind to chat with the terrible zombie. What are you guys gonna do now?
That is who he's based off. I'm so glad somebody picked up on that.
Book of Love.
That's who he's based him off.
Is that
So
another
good.
Shrek reference?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
It's from It Takes Two.
okay. I haven't seen that. Okay,
Oh,
Noah.
so
Noah,
good.
you have the key.
Yeah, Kevin, open the door, baby. You have the power.
Kevin.
It would be very #cool spring break for you to open that gate. For you to not gatekeep.
That's true.
Yeah.
I simply cannot girl boss. I very tentatively unlock the gate.
The gate was never locked. The key doesn't even fit. You just go straight in.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Love it. Place
But
is
you,
weird.
but you do. You push open the gate. You walk, a few steps into the large room on the inside of the pyramid. Looks a bit different to the last time some of you were here. And on the inside, you see a horrible, hideous person, familiar person, wrapped in bandages, working on contracts, and there's like a whole wall of sending stones all up on the wall. And she says,
You know what, babes? You've just got to be your own girl boss and build your own pyramid empire. This is what I'm talking about. I'm here for it, and I'm here for you. You've just got to invest in yourself, and the rest will follow. That's what I'm talking about. And if they don't follow, you just kill them and then reanimate them, and then they do follow. That's how it works, honey. Okay, I've got another call coming in. All right. Bye. Bye. Keeper, I thought I told you to hold all visitors. Keeper? Oh god.
So now that you've solved the gaslight puzzle and the gatekeep puzzle, it is time for a girl boss.
Final puzzle.
Oh my god.
Final puzzle. The woman.
puzzle.
Karen points at her and says, "You."
Do I know you? I was just here, like, doing my nails, trying not to get sand in them, which is, like, impossible in this environment. And, like, you
It
just
would be very
bust
difficult.
into my office? Like, who the hell are you?
We are the people who are here to get the ocean back.
We're pool cleaners, but for the earth.
The ocean? Oh, you mean this beautiful blue marble above my head? And, like, she points upwards and you can see there's, like, a skylight in the top of the pyramid and there's just this giant blue, you know, and it's just swirling and gorgeous. And she's like, why would you take my most precious treasure from me?
Kevin
So good.
would like to lean down to both Ido and Frankie and say, it is actually really nice. That
You
does,
know-
does look pretty good.
It does, yes.
I think Flynn wanted to say something, you guys.
I forgot.
Okay, that's fine.
did.
I know. Like when there's stuff happening, it's really we all want to jump in and say, but let's let everybody else make sure they get to talk as well. Okay, so Karen, you have yelled at this lady. She's blown you off. What now? Liv, are you wearing those goggles upside down?
Yes.
No
Okay.
hesitance. Yes.
Okay.
So I was going to immediately summon his rapier
Yep.
because he's tired. He's had a long day. He slipped down a huge water slide and he just wants to go home.
So just for the benefit of those people who have not experienced, like Kevin, for example, who have not experienced you summoning your rapier, can you want to describe that for us, like where that comes from?
All right. So each of the members of the away team, the Janison Breford's Parchment Company away team, has an amulet. They're all slightly different. They're all different colours. I think my one's purple. And from that amulet, we can summon weapons. So I can summon my rapier called Conman's Backup. It's a very special weapon. And what is it? I believe Karen has her great axe. And Frankie and Flynn, I think, do you have a couple different weapons?
Yeah, they do.
I've got
Yeah.
All of them, basically any weapons that you guys have on you tend to get eaten and stored by your amulets.
Hum num num.
So you have a sword out. What do you say?
I don't know how to draw swords.
I pointed straight at her. I'm like, are we really doing this again?
I'm sorry, again?
We fought you before.
Oh, awkward. I seem to have completely forgotten you. Wait, hang on. Maybe I do know you. Are you? And she points to, like, a picture on her wall of, like, a whole bunch of people that jumped the turnstiles. And she's like, is that you?
No.
How did you get that printed so fast?
That's rude.
It's a fishing girl bossing.
And I look back at the rest of my team because I'm kind of the only one pointing my weapon at her. I'm like, guys, we're gonna kill it, right? Like,
Bring you back.
Why would we do I'm sorry, why would we do murder? Senpai, I don't mean to question your infinite wisdom, but why would we do murder?
Shush, Kevin. Flynn,
She's
wait,
bad news.
what-
I mean,
Frankie.
I mean, she
Frankie,
does burn really
Flynn,
well.
anyone. She
She
does burn
Straight
very
away.
well.
Oh.
The only thing is see, I think it's would be kind of rude of us to kill her when I can't even remember what her name is. I just remember that she was very annoying.
And ugly.
And ugly, yes, very ugly
And
very
old.
annoying.
And
And
her
kind of
doors.
and kind of desiccated.
Like coconut.
And she doesn't give off a good vibe. Like, I'm not getting girl boss energy.
No, you're right.
No, I'm not
know.
getting girl boss energy either.
Mm,
It's
Flynn?
very much a fake kind of energy.
I feel as
Please.
though, yeah.
Just to be sure, are we sure this is the same person? Because otherwise we're incredibly rude. And I just want to make sure.
Oh, Flynn, it's definitely the same mummy that you guys fought before, 100%. She's just changed scams.
Okay, cool. All right. Now that he's also going to draw his sword. My green amulet.
And in response, a couple of from behind you, 4 or 5 zombies dressed as like, you know, carnival workers and lifeguards and a candy striper and the one who was the bag of grain all kind of like come in behind and they're like, hey boss, we wanted to talk to you because the cost of unliving has gone up and like our wages haven't really increased and
Money, dream, hustle, and gold. Look, you can't make an income while not making an impact. You are not very impactful, so I'm gonna need you to make more of an effort before, you know, I get to invest in you. Do you see how this works?
yes ma'am, and then they all kind of
Also,
like,
remove this rebel from my office. They're rude.
yes ma'am, everybody roll initiative.
I was just going to ask. I don't know if we should do it before or after rolling initiative, but can I try and persuade them to work with us to defeat her because she's not paying them enough?
Well, not right now because we're rolling initiative, but if you want to try use your turns on that on you.
Yes. Oh my god. Yes.
yeah.
Revolution.
Well, I got a 20 for my initiative.
Nice.
So 23.
Okay. Okay, and the zombies rolled a 7. So, let's see, Idafa is a 23. Did anybody else get above 20? No, did anyone get above 15? I'm just going to note down that lair actions happen on initiative roll 20, so lair action 20. So
I
who's
got over
next?
15. I got an 18.
18.
I also got it.
Sorry,
What did you-
yeah, go, Steph.
Frankie got an 18 as well.
Nice.
Okay, you two can decide between yourselves who goes first, and if you can't decide, then it's just a dex contest to see who has the higher dex. Did anyone get above 10?
Scaminton got 17, by the way.
Scammington got to 17?
Yeah, Scaminton.
Oh, I see. I'm just going to put Mummy.
Oh my god.
Who's left? We've got Karen left and Flynn left. What did you guys get?
Flynn got a 14.
Flynn got a 7.
Yeah.
Okay, Flynn, the zombies also got a 7, so you will go before them, they will go last.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I just need to pull me up some... By the way, you guys just be entertaining for a second. I'm just going to pull up some stats and dates and things. Thank you so much.
So who's going to go first? Kevin or Frankie?
I want to go after because I kind of want to get a sense for what people are doing.
Okay. So it goes Ido, Frankie. Wow, I can't spell. And then Kevin, and then the Skimummy.
Yeah, Idafa, Kevin, Frankie, Mummy, Karen, Flynn, zombies. I've got it on my end as well. If you guys want to, like, we're literally in a big square room. Sorry, Julz, would you like to describe any of the room just to give us flavor to work with within the pyramid?
Yeah. She has her wall of sending stones behind her, but she's definitely sitting at a desk with like a whole lot of empowering sort of like paperweight statements all around her, usually shaped like pyramids. And there is a couple of chairs in front of her, and the rest of the office is very like decadent with like chaise lounge, so she can like pose when she wants to, and all of that. Yeah.
And is the sarcophagus anywhere in the room?
Oh yeah, standing in the corner. She likes to sleep, you know, standing up, so it's better for the droop.
Oh.
You know, it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of fall to the sides.
Okay, so if anyone wants to keep a map, feel free to draw one. Otherwise, we're just going to go theater of the mind. So if anyone wants to draw a map, we can take 5 minutes to do it now if we want to. How do we feel about that? Or you want to just play the game?
I think use it how you
I'm
like.
doing it right now. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, sorry,
I
just couldn't see anything happening on the Agio. So
No, it's because I'm downloading a grid.
Oh, I see. That's cool.
Because I don't want to draw. Because I don't want to draw a grid.
Yeah, fair. That's cool. By the way, whoever put Enel up on the thing, thank you for that. I very much do enjoy. I'm a big One Piece fan, so anything One Piece is a-okay for me. Was that you, Liv?
Yes.
Nice Sudoku grid.
Thank you.
I've been playing a lot of Sudoku lately. Anyway, that's beside the point.
I've been doing.
I typed in grid on Google for
I
this
did
one.
Wordles like every day at the moment, which has been quite cool.
Wait, what?
Me too.
I've been doing Wordles like every
Wordle?
day. Yeah.
When did you betray me?
Wait, when did you start not
When was
liking
this?
Wordles?
I've never liked Wordle. When did you start?
I do them in the
when?
morning. You wake up an hour after me, so I do them in the morning when I have my coffee while you're asleep.
Brain
Wait till
training.
you hear about
Yeah.
Quirtle, your brain is going to explode.
Is this a real thing, Jules?
Yeah, Quirtle is 4 Wordles all at the same time. Bring it on.
Oh my gosh.
That's too much
There's
work.
also a
That sounds
Pokemon one.
great.
Oh, the Pokemon one sounds sweet. I just do the regular New York Times one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you didn't like them,
Yeah.
Liv. I'll
So
start
mad.
waking you up to do them with me in the
No.
mornings.
Don't you dare.
Perfect. Perfect.
Alright.
I like them. I think they're fun. I think it's good to train your brain because I am coming up to 30. I have to start thinking about that kind of thing.
39,000 here, you know.
You gotta start thinking about your brain health at some point during your life. And
Yeah, mine looks
Hey.
great. It's over there on a jar. See? They like pulled it out really nicely.
I'd just like to take a second to just really appreciate the level of effort you've put into your costume there because it's very good. I was not expecting.
it looks excellent. It
Also,
looks so good.
also, did any of you guys know that Julz was going to be joining? I think I didn't tell you on purpose because I thought it would be fun to have Ramase scamming Tom back. After
As
the
soon as I
last
saw
time.
the promo again, I was like, nah, she's here.
I was
Yeah.
planning on denying it when everybody asked me about it. I was like, no, I'm in the chat. What
No,
are
we
you
didn't
talking
have
about?
we didn't have any idea. You were in the chat. You weren't on Discord.
Cool. And there's four
So, like,
zombies at the back of the room.
Alright.
Oh yeah, 4 zombies. Are they kind of on like the left or the right?
Just in this,
Or
close,
two
as
on the
close
left,
to the
two on the
center
right.
as you can. Just two.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Dream, Hustle, Gold, and Honey.
Okay, Gwen Stefani.
Your signature color.
Yeah. Honey gets kind of confusing because I'm like, honey. No, I mean, honey, not honey. Ugh.
Oh, at the back of the room. So they're behind you guys. They came in the door
Oh.
after you guys.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a little bit more concerning. But
Yeah.
let's put them all as one block here. Boop, boop, boop. Zombie, 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 zombie.
Okay.
I've just realised I've
confusing.
drawn all of this on the same layer as the grid, which is a mistake.
Hell yeah, welcome to my world. My day-to-day life.
Okay.
Good.
It is time for combat. So Idif is going to go first, and then Julz is going to get a lair action.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Well, I was going to start his turn by moving towards the zombies. He'll go those 3 spaces, so he's like directly in front of the second zombie. And he would like to use deception to be like, guys, look, if you help us defeat your boss who is not paying you enough, I will pay you.
Okay. I would like you to roll a persuasion check at disadvantage. There is a reason for the disadvantage, but I can't tell you what that is just yet.
Can it be deception? Because I'm not going to pay them.
No, persuasion at disadvantage.
Damn, alright.
You're trying to get them to do something.
Oh, okay, that is 8.
So no, that does not pass, but I will still let you take an action.
Okay, sweet. In that case, I'm gonna hide behind Frankie.
That's oh yeah, okay. So by the way, go ahead and move your I know it's going to ruin the grids, but if you start from now, adding to a different level instead of doing it on the grid level every single time, that might be a pain.
Kevin is
I'll
the
make a
dark,
new level.
the dark spot.
It's
Kevin
fine.
is this one.
Okay.
All right, we forgot to add Kevin in. Thank you very much for doing that, honey.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kevin is new.
Okay, Idafer, you are currently heading. Are you hiding from the zombies or are you hiding from the mummy?
Mummy.
Okay, cool. That is fine. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, that is my turn.
Cool. Okay, it is the time for a lair action at initiative count 20. Julz, what would you like to do with your lair action?
With my lair, I think not knowing who these people are, she puts out an effect against turn undead. Just because she's had bad experiences with that, and
they did just try to turn her undead as well. So yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so rude. And she's just like, no, thank you.
It's a poach employee is now not allowed. That's fine. Do you want to just give me a quick read of what that lair action is? Because I don't have it in front of me.
It basically says each undead has advantage on saving throws against effects that turn undead until initiative count 20.
Okay,
on the
cool.
next round.
That is fine. Kevin, it's your turn.
I thought Frankie was supposed to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kevin and Frankie. Sorry, yeah. You guys can choose who's first.
Frankie. Yeah, Frankie first.
Okay. Frankie is going to pull out one of his electrum that he's been hiding under his, swim tog. So just watch him awkwardly go in from the top, down to grab one. That's cool, don't worry about it. And he's going to slip it onto his little wristband because he's going to cast a flaming sphere.
Okay.
Sorry. He's going to cast flaming sphere centered on or near the main boss lady.
Okay.
Who's not really boss, but yep.
Okay, so that's a dexterity saving throw, I believe?
Yes.
Cool. Go ahead, Julz, roll the dex saving throw.
Cool, I have advantage against that. I have... I don't have anything extra for that, so it is a 13.
Why do you have advantage on that?
Saving throws against spells. I have magic resistance.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's fine.
DC is 15.
Cool. Fail?
Yeah. Fail.
Yeah, so creature takes 2d6 fire damage on a failed save.
Nice.
So that's...
Oh, nice. Sorry.
Yeah.
As a DM, I'm used to being supportive. I'm like, yeah, do it.
So that's 10 damage, fire damage in total.
Cool, that's double
cool.
because you're vulnerable to fire.
Yo, bro.
And by the way, you can just jump in whenever you want to do legendary actions because they're at the end of players' turns. So just let me know when you want to do those.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this turn to end because she's got some things to stare at.
And that is my turn.
Cool. You don't have any bonus actions?
I do, but I don't know if I can do it. So with the bonus action with Flaming Sphere, I can move the sphere and ram it into people.
Okay.
Can I do that to her?
Does it say anything about it being a different target?
No, so it says, as a bonus action, you can move the sphere up to 30 feet. If you ram the sphere into a creature, the creature must make a saving throw against the sphere's damage, and it stops moving.
I don't see
Usually
why you couldn't do
one
that.
direction.
Oh, so you can't. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You wouldn't be able to. Yeah, so there's no other targets within 30 feet.
Just like the band.
Just like the band, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the band.
Okay, then no. I'm just going to leave the sphere right next to her, because that's cool.
Any other bonus actions?
I bonus action give Kevin a thumbs up. Be like, yep, be cool. Spring break.
Spring break.
Spring break.
And it is Kevin's turn.
Yeah.
So at the end of that turn, Penny,
Yep.
Skemmington just stares hard at the person who just threw fire.
Okay.
And her eyes go all kind of crazy and black, and it almost looks like this gross like fog kind of comes over her eyes and like it's sparking in your direction. You need to roll a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Oh God. I mean, yay. That's
My favorite save.
I give a thumbs up back to Frankie.
I rolled a 1.
No!
No.
No!
Spring break.
Oh,
Okay.
Frankie!
Okay, it's kind of fine. You're frightened of me, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And also because you failed by 5 or more, you're just, paralyzed.
Oh, no!
Paralyzed.
Oh, Frankie!
Paralyzed for how long?
For just for a while. Just until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So you're kind of fine. You're just there for a little while.
Steph, you had a question?
Yes, 2 questions. 1, Flaming Spear is a concentration spell.
Yeah. You didn't take damage.
Okay. 2, I know I'm paralyzed, but Frankie pisses his pants in fear. Is that allowed?
Oh.
Okay. You got the wet
Oh,
pants.
no.
Got the wet
Is
pants.
it allowed to wee?
Okay.
Roll for wee.
Is that your legendary action used up?
Yeah. That's, yeah.
Who wrote wee wee boy on the chat? Okay, Kevin, it is your turn.
Kevin looks so upset because I think even if it's not entirely translatable what has occurred, heckin' senpai number 2 has been just put in a situation that is entirely just Kevin cannot stand this. So
He has
Kevin,
to say spring break.
the thing is Kevin does have to say spring break and be there for the ABC crew.
Yeah.
The Awkward Boy convention. So I'm just going to double check where I'm at. 5, 10, 15, 20. So Kevin like swirls around and he like reaches into. By the way, Kevin this entire time has had sandals with like protective like socks on that are like good for anti-water socks.
Right.
So this has been a socks and sandals day, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
So he like reaches into the latex style socks that like stretch, and he pulls out his own Electrum coin. Because he does have lore, but it's fine.
Yeah, his lore is that he's a fashion victim.
Fashion criminal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've committed the crime, and the crime did me dirty. But he's going to thump this Electrum in his hand, kind of in the style of how Karen did it originally.
Yeah.
Just crush that bad boy, and I'm going to cast. Out of curiosity, Penny.
Yeah.
There's a million bajillion paperweights in this room, right?
Yeah. On the desk.
Can I? Cool. I am going to. Okay, where's my eraser? I'm going to move Kevin. Kevin's going to go 5, 10. I'm over here. Now Kevin is here. Hello.
Cool.
I'm quite close. Kevin is going to grab one of the paperweights.
Yep.
And then and he's going to go back one. He's just going to take just one little step back.
Yep.
If that's all good.
Yep.
And I want to cast. Just gonna go. I want to cast catapult.
Okay. What level are you casting it at?
At 4th level.
Yep. At 4th level. Okay.
But I am swapping out the damage statistic.
Okay. And do you want to tell us why you can do that?
Yeah. So I cannot remember the name of
Order
my
of
type of
Scribes.
wizard. I'm an Order of Scribes wizard, which means that one of the funky things I can do is if it's got a damage type, I can change the damage type. So I have picked up a small pyramid paperweight. I'm angling it like pointed side first, and I am going to huck it with the flavor of hucking it, but it's catapult. And I'm going to read
magically
what
huck
real
it.
quick. I'm kind of magically huck it. Right?
So just so everyone knows, Liv can change the damage type to another spell they have in their spell book at the same level. So any spell that is in their spell at 4th level, they can make catapult be that element instead.
So choose one object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range that isn't being worn or carried. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in the direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early if it impacts against a solid surface. It is a 6d8 bludgeoning.
I'm pretty sure there's a saving throw first, right?
It is a Dex 14 saving throw.
Yeah, so go ahead, Julz, do that. And I'm pretty sure this is a spell, Liv?
This is yes, technically a spell, yes.
So I think she gets
just
advantage.
against other magical effects as well, so it probably covers me. I get a 17.
Does that pass?
Yes.
So half damage?
I rolled it anyway by accident. Yes, but I would like it to be noted that the type that I change it to, and I rolled, it is 20 damage, so that would be 10, but the type that I change it to is from Scorching Ray, so fire damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
took half damage and then doubled it for it being fire. Yeah, fair enough.
If I may, the way that this would look is Kevin's hand like glows like a beautiful like bright blue, and he throws it with such intensity that it bursts into flames
Yeah,
and
nice.
Oh yes.
snaps into the mummy.
Make sure you take 4 Electrum off your count. I believe you had 25 to start with.
Cool, thank you.
Cool. Cool. Is that your turn? Any bonus actions?
Give me 1 second. So just to remind myself, it was 25 to start with.
Yeah, you used 4, so you got 21.
Minus 4, so 20. So 21. So just got that noted for me. Okay. And in regards to bonus action, sorry, just going to quickly grab that because I did have something. Actions, bonus action.
By the way,
my-
Julz, you're next, and then Karen after that.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Kevin, while my manifest mind is summoned, I can move the spectral mind to hover up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see.
Okay.
So I don't believe I'm too far from the entryway.
Yeah, you could bring him in. Yeah, you could bring him into the entrance from where he was at the gate.
Yeah, so Fernando is now inside the building.
Okay, cool. So
I'm going to put a little red F. Wait, no, there's already a red F. Dang it.
Thank you.
Hang
maybe
on,
do like a
I know-
pink,
I know.
pink F
I know what I
Or a
meant
little
to do.
book.
or a little
A
smiley
little
face.
or a little mustache.
I have a really great
Splash.
idea, guys.
Okay, so Julz, did you want to do any legendary actions at the end of Kevin's turn?
Here's Fernando.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Love it.
Yes, I do. After being hit by a second wave of fire, she says a string of very nasty words, but they're not in common. They're in like, sort of a dead sort of Sanskrit quiet language. And as they sort of fly out of her mouth, they almost look like pictures of just people doing
Hieroglyphs.
Like-
Yep.
thing, you know? And as she does that, Kevin needs to roll a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, please, as she casts Blasphemous Word as her legendary action.
11.
11.
Yeah.
So you are stunned
Oh,
For how long?
just until the end of my next turn, which is coming
Which
up
is
very
now, yeah.
soon. Yeah.
Was there any damage or anything that went along with that?
No.
Just a stun. Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Now it is your turn, Julz.
legendary, and now it is my turn, and she's not a fan of what's happening here, and she's orders her zombies to like be better.
Yeah, cool.
Like
They've taken that
sort
on board.
themselves out. I know, zombie's turn coming. And then she casts Shield of Faith on herself. She's like, ugh, stop touching me with your stuff. Like, it's kind of, which basically just gives her another 2 to her AC.
Yeah,
like,
cool.
yeah.
Any bonus actions or anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
nah.
Okay, Karen, you're up.
okay. Karen would like to rage, please.
Yep, cool. Go ahead, burn yourself an electrum.
Yep, Karen burns an electrum. She crushes it in her palm. She turns away from the mummy and she runs at the zombies.
Okay.
And as she runs at the zombies, she's got like 5 feet. She just kind of boom, boom. She summons her great axe using her bonus action.
No, free action. You use
and-
your bonus action to rage.
Oh yeah, it's a free action. I use my bonus action to rage. You're welcome. I know how to play D&D.
Yeah, you do.
And she's going to... Yeah, I do. And she's going to hit the zombie on the far right, the one that I've just circled.
Cool, that's the bag of grain.
Yeah, she's hitting the bag of grain. You know, up to that guy.
Yeah. So roll me an attack roll.
She's going to attack recklessly, which gives her advantage.
Yeah.
That is a 15 plus 8.
That hits.
Yeah. And she's going to hit for 1d12 plus 5.
I'll remind you, you can't use elemental yet because you use that takes a bonus.
Yeah, but the plus 5 is just me.
Yeah.
That's an 11 plus 5, a 14. 14 slashing damage.
Yeah, does a pretty big wound to the zombie. Like it's like a regular person but softer. The bones aren't quite as hard. You should have a second attack. Anything else you want to do?
Absolutely. I'm going to hit him again,
Cool.
please. I also get to roll that at advantage because I'm attacking recklessly.
So reckless gives you basically until the start of your next turn, all your attacks are at advantage, including any attacks of opportunity you might want to make.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. So that's a 16 plus 8,
Hit.
a 20.
I'll give you a clue.
24.
Zombies have an AC of 8, so the plus 8 means you hit them no matter what.
Cool.
That's great. I love that. And that is a 15 slashing damage on the bag of grain.
He hit you, like, slice his tummy open, and for a second you're like, haha, look, there's grain spilling out of him. But it's not, it's just his guts, and they don't smell
It is just his guts. Oh, but it's fine because, he's a zombie.
Yeah.
So
that's one zombie down.
Yay!
Flynn, you're up, and then zombies, and then Ido.
Awesome. So Flynn's going to move. Flynn's going to move into. I'm on the left at the moment of everyone, so I'm going to move in behind or in between because I'm tiny. Karen and Ido, and I'm going to cast heroism on you both.
That's nice. Thank you.
And I'm going to cast it at level 2 levels. Like that's how I can do it for 2 of you.
Cool.
So what does heroism do for us?
So you're imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, a creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. So my mod is +7.
You don't have +7 on your charisma.
No,
you
not
don't
charisma.
have +7.
Sorry. I wish I did. Sorry, +4.
+4, okay.
Lovely.
So you guys have 4 temporary
you.
XP. Cool,
Thank
and
you.
that was an action. Make sure you knock off your Electrum. And do you have any bonus actions or anything else you'd like to do on your turn? I'll remind you that Bardic Inspiration is a bonus action.
Yeah. Well, I do want to do that. I want everyone to be good.
Who do you want to inspire? Maybe the mummy.
Mummy!
Maybe the mummy.
Maybe. Inspire her to fuck off. Another opportunity elsewhere. It's the lead! So I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration, which is 1d8 to Ido.
Cool. There we go.
I'm going to be like, we can do this! We know how proper management works, guys!
Okay. There are 3...
We're much better business people than her.
Julz, legendary actions?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, because wait, how many people did you make immune to frightened?
2, so...
Ida and Karen.
Okay, so she looks at the nearest person to her that isn't
that's Kevin.
surrounded in kind of some sort of So she'll glare at Kevin again, and that's a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw or frightened.
Kevin.
She doesn't want people coming near her.
Unnatural 20.
Ill.
Nice.
Nice, you're
Nice.
fine. And you're now immune.
Oh, that's great.
I'm shaking it off. Spring break, I say. Spring break.
Spring break.
Okay, the zombies are up. The 2 zombies are going to attempt to... let me see. I just got to check their... stat blocks.
3 zombies,
okay.
right?
So one of them, they have an ability that once they're dead, they make a con saving throw with a DC of 5 plus damage. What was your last? How much damage did your last attack do? No, they failed.
My one?
Yeah, your last attack, Karen.
It did like 15
Yeah, no, they
slashing.
failed. If I can roll like con to the level of the damage taken plus 5, then they don't die. But it's fine. He missed it. That's all right. 2 of the zombies are going to attempt to just grapple you, Karen. I realize that you are a barbarian who is raging, but they don't. So that's a nat 20. Which is I believe that is a strength check versus yours. So nat 20 plus 1. So they roll 21.
Okay, 21. And I get advantage, right? Because I'm raging.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a 17 plus 5. 22.
Okay. 2 of the zombies try to grapple you, and they do a really good job. They're like, man, look how good we are at restraining people. But then you're just like, huh, and you do the muscles, and they don't. The remaining zombie is going to try and attack Idafer. So I'll just roll a slam attack, which is a +3 to hit.
Which zombie is that? Is it going past me? Can I make an attack of opportunity?
It's the furthest, the one that's currently the furthest away from you, Karen. So the 2 that are closest to you were the ones that grappled you. The remaining one's going to like run through where Fernando is into this spot over here where next to Idafer. Idafer does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Cool. And it's not that much damage. It is a, let me see, zombie. It is a 1d6 plus 1 bludgeoning damage. 6 bludgeoning damage as that zombie does walk up and, does not, like, this is a carny, does not, like, was really jealous, like, wanted that seahorse so bad. And you took it as they walked up and just punched you.
Oh,
rude.
All right.
Not the punching.
Idafer, you're up.
All right. I was just curious because I'm not super like D&D rules, not my top. But attack of opportunity, is that when they go in or out of your range, or is it just when they go out of?
When a creature intentionally moves out of another creature's range, there is an attack of opportunity. So if you move away from the zombie,
they get an opportunity. Yeah,
but if it moves away from you, then you'll get one.
Okay, that's all good. All right. Well, let me just sweet. I would like my rapier's already out. Yeah, so that's nice. And I would like to do sneak attack. They have to be next to, right? It can't be like because at the moment he's diagonal.
You currently have sneak attack on the zombie because you have another person that's within 5 feet of the zombie.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
You actually have a lot of people who are within 5 feet of the zombie. Fernando would even count.
Yeah, true. Alright, sweet. I will do sneak attack on the zombie that is right next to me that just punched me for no reason.
Hashtag spring break.
And I'll use... No, yeah. Okay. Like, unnatural 20.
Yeah, easy. It's an 8 to hit a zombie, so you're fine. Go ahead and roll me sneak attack and make sure you mark off an electrum for that.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. That is 14.
Yep, 14 does hit. 14 damage in total.
That is sneak attack.
Yeah, and then your rapier damage on top of that
would be. Oh god, yeah, that one. Oh, that's a D8. Sorry. 8.
So 14 plus 8, 22?
Yes.
Cool, very nice. That is how much HP a zombie has. So let me just roll a con saving throw. If I roll a 18, 19, or 20, they'll be reduced to 1 HP. Anything else, they are dead.
Okay.
They are dead.
Oh, yay!
And a shout out to London, who just realised that with New Zealand accent, sneak attack sounds like snake attack. So there you go.
That's
Speaking of
very
which,
good, especially we don't have any snakes in New Zealand, so it's very good.
But there are snakes in D&D world. So by the way, Poppy, that thing that you can do that would be like a snake attack, you can feel free to do that while you're here. It's not a spoiler if you want to. I won't take it away from you if you want to announce it, but it is available to you.
I know, but no, I'm okay for now.
Any bonus actions?
What was that, Love?
Which zombies are dead on the board?
The one next to me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And
the one that's already been taken off the board, where Karen is now.
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll just remain hidden behind Frankie still.
Cool. Okay. That's cool. Go ahead. Oh, I attacked you with the zombie without taking into account that you were hidden. So if I do that again, just make sure that you remember to tell me, hey, by the way, I'm
sorry.
hidden. You technically were hidden from the mummy and not from the zombies. So
yeah, that's what I.
That's cool. That's it. Any legendary actions, Julz?
Nah.
Cool.
No, actually, no, she does. She whirlwinds of sand. So she basically just turns into a crazy whirlwind of sand and appears just sort of over closer to the wall, sort of like
left wall or right wall?
Left wall, and one in front of her desk, kind of over there, if that makes sense. I'm looking at the grid on the stream. So like one row in front of her desk and over onto the left wall.
So here, I think.
So one in front of her desk and one over to the left.
Yeah.
There?
So,
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little further away from Kevin. She doesn't want to be that
so
close.
look at the one that's close to the wall.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
The one that's on close to the wall. Yeah, that's where she ends up. And she's standing underneath, as she appears, a chain. You don't know why.
Okay, cool. It is now time now time for a lair action.
Perfect. She yanks on that chain real hard, and she's like,
no.
"Now I remember you. This is why I had this installed." And the whole room, just water flows down the room, and she just sort of stands there, and she's just sort of reveling in this water, and she's just getting all lovely and damp, and like the fire and stuff, like the ash is just washing away, and she's like,
"Oh no,
that's better."
So she's basically flushed a little bit of the ocean into this room. So for until the end of the round, she's no longer vulnerable to fire damage.
Interesting.
Wow, that's a really cool air action. That's also really annoying.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I don't know. So a little bit of trivia, a little bit of fun trivia. The last time we tried to do this, the party killed the mummy before the mummy got their first turn in the round. So we were like, we gotta do something about fire damage.
We destroyed Ramesses Gamington.
Yeah, you did.
Absolutely wrecked
Like
her.
I arranged Julz to come in and do a guest spot, play a boss, and she didn't even get to have a turn. So you did get some turns this time. Harm was a great spell, though. Yeah, I believe you straight up harmed on Zach and took him down to 1 HP immediately.
It was
that was really
like, I'm annoyed. Boof.
All right, Frankie, and then Kevin.
So Frankie is going to drop Flaming Sphere.
Yep.
And he is going to now instead cast Firebolt.
Cool.
But at zombie in front, that's one in front of the Fernando. So the one on the end, I guess. Yep. So that is roll to hit. That is a 16.
That hits.
Yeah.
The cat just stabbed me in the side to get my attention.
She hungry.
Put her on, cat. Put her on the stream.
She wants dinner. It's her dinner time, but she's gotta wait just a little longer.
Famous cat.
Bye, Moose.
Bye, Moose.
I rolled 14 fire damage.
Yeah, 14. That does hit. Yeah, that's zombie takes that hit. Not a kill, but still nice hit.
Yeah. In bonus action, I'd like to hug Idafer if I can.
I'd like to say you're no longer frightened, and also the water that has flushed into the room has washed away all evidence of your earlier moment of weakness.
Thank you for that.
Now everybody has wet pants.
Yeah, everyone had wet pants from the start.
Definitely.
Frankie, is that you?
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
Julz, legendary actions.
Nah.
Cool. Next up is Kevin.
Kevin is going to move Fernando, who is looking around the room in what appears to be a state of peril, because there was no indication to him that this would be why he was here. He was just told to come back.
So that's a bonus action for you to move him?
It is, yeah.
Yep, cool. Where would you
So-
like to move him to?
So bonus action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hi, Mummy. Hi. So he's
Like
gonna be
looking
over
at the
here.
live stream, waiting for it to appear. There it goes. Yep.
Okay. And the thing I can do with that is I want to do give me just 1 second.
This is just classic
Girl boss.
great
Inspire
live
yourself.
stream.
Think it while you get it, girl boss. Girl
Yeah!
boss. Think you wanna get it, girl boss. Like that's the theme music going on right now, you know?
Amazing.
Oh,
I'm going to attempt to cast reduce via touch
Okay.
through Fernando on
Okay.
Mummy Lord, which
Okay.
is a
Nice.
Constitution save of
Mummy
14.
Lord.
Is it not Mummy Lord? What are we?
It is,
what are
it
we
is
dealing
Mummy
with?
Lord.
It is a Mummy Lord, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's a Constitution 14 save.
I'm sorry for my nat 20.
Oh, pff.
Not a net 20.
That's all right.
Yes,
that is
I got
all
one.
good. The spell has no effect. That's okay. Fernando's like, ha! And nothing happens. He's like,
Okay.
Excellent.
Any legendary actions, Jules?
Yeah, I want to punch this thing at my feet.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it have? Does Fernando have like any stats or anything?
Fernando is a spectral face floating at face height that doesn't he doesn't interact with objects. He can cast touch spells.
Yeah. I don't think she would know. So she's just gonna...
I'll tell you right now, if you do try to punch Fernando is very dramatic and will pretend to have been punched.
Okay. Yeah. So legendary action. You're doing a rotting fist.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Cool.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say that because Fernando has no physical being, basically you do a punch, and Fernando responds as though they have been punched, but there's no damage exchange here.
Yeah.
I have been harmed. How could you do this to Fernando?
Okay, next up is your actual turn, Jules.
She like pulls her hand back out and she's very confused. And she's like, right, look, enough of this playing around. I'm
Karen, you're
just
next.
over this. Get out of my office! And she like screams, and as she opens her mouth, she like rips open this piece of like electron and she just like chews it and then just like, spits dust everywhere. And as it spits out, it
cool.
becomes like little like insects and locusts and bugs and stuff, and this like office starts to fill with insects. I'm casting insect plague for everybody playing along at home.
That's so cool.
Oh,
The
So
case
she's gonna cast it like, because it's a 20-foot cube. She's gonna cast it where she doesn't get zombies. So so she gets like the F and the I and the F.
Okay,
Kind
so
of.
Flynn, Idafer, and Vicky.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's a kitty.
The culprit
Yeah.
has been apprehended.
so
Yeah.
it's 20 feet. I'm going to
20-foot
draw
radius,
it.
yeah.
So like there. You could also get Karen in it if it's 20.
Yeah, you
yeah,
can just,
but then she'd get the zombies.
Not if-
I
not if
suppose
it
she
goes
doesn't.
that
She
way.
wouldn't.
Okay.
Not
yeah,
if she
no.
goes that way.
Yeah. Yeah, so she
Oh, she
would
does
because
that.
it's in a point I can choose. So she would
Yeah.
be like right there. Boop.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dusty.
And everybody needs to make a Constitution saving throw, please. You're looking for, I have to go backwards, apologies. I'm clicking through things. A 17 for me, please.
Okay.
17 saving throw for what? Sorry.
Con.
Con.
Oh, come on.
Con. Okay.
So wait, I got 17.
Nice.
Thank God.
Frankie got 18.
Oh,
Flynn got 60.
Karen got a 21.
So everyone passed. Nice work, you
Yay!
guys.
You still take some damage, which is fun for me.
That is fun for you.
11 and a 19 and a 26. So 26 divided by 2. So you will take 13.
And I
13
take half of
damage.
that because I have resistance to everything except psychic.
Yeah, nice.
Flynn got
Yeah.
a 16, so I didn't pass it.
Oh, so you
That's
take full, so you
it.
take 26 then.
Yeah, you take
Oh!
26.
Thanks for being honest.
So it remains there until I dismiss it. The area is lightly obscured, so it's kind of hard to see through because all these bugs are like flying everywhere, and the sphere is now difficult terrain too. And if you enter it again, you've got to do saving throws again, that kind of stuff. But,
Cool.
Yeah,
Ew. Yucky.
it's just
Flynn's
a
like,
holiday.
oh my god, this is disgusting.
That's so gross.
Karen's next, and then Flynn.
Yep. Karen de-summons her great axe, and she she punches the zombie closest to her straight in the stomach, and as she punches, she activates the ring of the ram.
Okay.
So that is an unarmed strike.
I'll
so
let
I
you
will
know,
roll for
because
that.
of the way they're positioned, if you push him back and he would do enough damage, you might be able to kill them both with one attack.
Oh,
That's what I'm
one
hoping
one will
for.
fly into the other one.
And she will do this recklessly.
Yep.
Nice.
So that is an 8 plus 8, a 16 to hit.
Hit.
Yeah. So the Ring of the Ram. Let me just read it out really quickly because it's an extremely good piece of equipment and I love it a lot. My successful punch deals 2d12 damage, and the target is knocked back equal in feet to the dice roll. So I'm rolling 2d12, and it'll be knocked back the exact same amount of damage. Straight into the other zombie.
Yeah.
That's a very bad roll. I rolled 2 4s, so
Okay.
that's 8 feet and 8 damage.
Can you just take the front zombie and just move him to the back, like they both got pushed back a little bit? Also, they both took 8 damage. From that, I'm fine with that.
Yay.
They have a total of 22, so they both come down to both under 16. That's fine. Flynn's next, and then zombies. Oh, sorry, unless there's anything you want to do with your bonus action, and also Julz has opportunity for a legendary action.
Section, Karen's gonna flip off the mummy.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Retaliation.
Worth it.
Retaliation, Julz.
Rude. Is she immune to glare? So Liz, not I would have seen that happen. I've forgotten who actually got immune.
Liz,
Yeah.
Karen and Idafa are immune to being frightened, but you might not necessarily know that.
Yeah, that's true. I guess unless it looks like something that I probably wouldn't know that.
Oh, also, I would like to move Karen out of the plague.
Okay.
So she
Oh,
uses
you sure
her.
you don't want to stay there?
I'm so sure I don't want
So
to stay there,
fun.
but thank you so much for asking.
Insects
Karen
are one
will
of the
move
best
right
things
there.
about water parks.
Infestation.
I love it when I go to a water park and there's an insect infestation.
Flynn.
They clean the pools, okay? Oh crap. No, she's fine. She's staying well away from them.
It's smart.
So next turn.
Flynn.
So Flynn's gonna step forward, also out of the plague square, because he can see where it's ending. It's like I can't concentrate with bugs on me. It's disgusting. So he's just gonna take one step forward, so he's beside Karen, but not too close to the zombies because they look disgusting and creepy.
Yeah.
And then he's going to cast Shatter
Okay.
the mummy.
Okay. Yep. So go
Go ahead.
ahead, and that is a save. Is that right?
So that's a con save.
Yep. Cool. Go ahead.
It's in a 10-foot radius, so I'm going to try and angle it so I don't get Fernando because I'm not sure if sound will hurt him or not. But
I don't think so.
I'm being kind because they're helping us. I'm like, this book's special, so.
No.
Liv, can you move that microphone back in close to your mouth because I can't really hear you talking?
Pretty sure Fernando cannot be harmed.
So
Fernando's
Mummy rolls as
Intangible.
con
Yeah,
save.
he's intangible.
Yeah.
Ms. Scammington, and she rolls
Scammington.
a 27, my friend.
Oh, okay. So if you're successful, you only take half damage. Hold on. A creature takes 3 damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
So I have to roll, and you take.
So-
half damage.
Yeah, so roll full damage, and Scammington takes half of that.
That's 14. So you take 17
7?
under damage.
7.
Sorry, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do math.
What is the damage type as well, just so I know?
Thunder damage.
Oh, yeah, sweet.
Oh,
If it was lightning, I might have something to say while the room's all wet, but thunder is sound damage, so
Yeah,
not quite
cute.
the same. All right, we're getting on. How is the mummy doing, by the way? Like, is she holding up okay?
She's looking a little like her wraps are coming sort of frazzled and undone. And, you know, she's like trying to tuck her like skin back up underneath the wraps as it comes flapping loose in places. She's having to duck and weave and try and get out of
ew.
Yeah.
All
Not
right.
happy about it.
So zombies are up now. Oh, legendary actions? No? Against Flynn?
No.
Okay.
Putting it out there.
So next up is zombies and then Idafer. So both zombies are going to try and grapple Flynn. So Flynn, can you make a either an acrobatics or an athletics check versus the zombies?
Where are the zombies? I don't look anywhere near Flynn. Oh, Flynn's the green. F,
Yeah.
I see.
I'm green F.
Flynn's
I'm green F.
Green
So
F.
I'm right by Karen.
I see.
Okay, acrobatics, because I got more in it. 17.
I roll a 16, so you are successful.
Oh, yes. Cool. That was close.
Yeah, that's fine. They're not doing like your henchmen are not doing very well, Miss Scammington. That's you're gonna have to hire, more successful, more subservient people in the future who are not so worried about things like cost of living and just want to be loyal to the company.
Yeah.
People
Last time
with
they went up in
families.
flames. This time they're all complaining about their undead life or unlife.
Yeah.
It's just, how do you get good employees?
Idafer is your
You're
turn.
gonna have to.
Okay.
You're gonna have to invest in robots.
Give her ideas.
Alright, so is the water still there?
Yeah, it basically lasts for a round. So at the end of your turn, the water will be gone.
Ugh.
The only thing that does is it stops you from being vulnerable to fire.
Yeah. Still annoying. But
It's
okay. in that
difficult
case-
terrain, though, right?
Sorry.
You what?
Is it also difficult terrain, or was that just the insect
Or
plague?
terrain.
Inside the insect
plague.
area.
The insect
Okay.
plane is difficult terrain. The water is not.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Sloshy. Just sloshy.
Just
Alright.
watching.
So I am going to first off get out of that insect area.
Yeah.
And I'll move to. Oh, I'll just move myself. Makes sense. Go to
That's Frankie.
Oh, that's me.
there.
Ugh. Yep.
And I.
Do it.
Yeah, I can. Oh, I would like to hit both of the zombies, but I don't think there's a way for me to be able to do that. So, actually, no, I lied. What? Okay, can I do this, Penny? I'm gonna, if I go here instead,
Yeah.
and I know my rapier's not that long, but can I try to skewer them both?
Sure. Roll. First of all, if you can roll over a 20, like if you get more than 20 with your attack roll, then we'll have a go at it.
Oh, all right.
Because normally
Do
this,
it, do it, do it,
according
do
to D&D rules, the answer is 100% no. But I'm interested in seeing this go.
Okay. Hey, look at that! I got a 19 plus 7, so that's 20.
Very nice.
Bob.
So you can roll your... Okay, so only the front one can have sneak attack damage, but the
Yeah.
back one also takes the damage from the commands backup.
Cool. Alright, so sneak attack damage is 14
Yeah, cool. And then-
plus 6 damage for the comments back up. Oh, no. 9 damage.
Cool. So, total damage was 14 plus 9 was 23.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm just going to roll the zombie's, like, not dying ability. Oh, we got it. He's down to 1. Okay, so the one that's closest to you is on 1 HP. The other one just took how much damage? Sorry, 9 damage from the comments back
9
up?
damage.
Yeah. So both of them are looking pretty worse for wear. That was a really nice little move, Idafer. I quite like that. Why don't you go ahead and take a DM inspiration dice for doing such a cool move. And I'll just remind the party that according to the homebrew rules of our game, when you get a DM given inspiration dice, you can add a second d20 to a roll. It is not advantage. It is roll a d20 and then roll another d20 and add them together.
So, well, that is Ido's turn.
Okay. And,
their action.
Our Leia is going to cast essentially kind of like there's like a purple kind of like the water stops, but there's a purple glow that appears all around the Leia. And you feel like there is now a almost like a readied spell in action in and around the Leia that goes off when something triggers, basically.
Oh no! No! It's so scary.
And then that's her lair action. But at the end of the turn, sorry, Penny, because I have legendary action.
Yeah, of course.
She whirlwinds over behind her remaining zombie so that she could possibly get Idafer, like on a diagonal. If that makes sense.
I was going to point at it on the screen. I was going to be like here, and then I realized that
I can't
help.
see. Yeah, sorry. I can't see the drawing anything.
Where
Do I got it?
Where it's been drawn.
Perfect.
Do I got it?
Perfect. You nailed it.
Yeah.
So she whirlwinds of sand and then just appears there.
Cool.
And it's like, get out of my office! I don't know why you're still here.
Okay, and then okay.
We're here to take back the ocean.
By the way, the water is gone. The water only lasts for a turn, and you can't do it 2 turns in a row. So that's that. So now we've got the
purpley glow.
Yep, cool. So next up is Frankie, and then Kevin.
So Frankie is going to move here. Oops. Awkward. I thought I was drawing, but I wasn't. So I don't know.
Oh, it's probably because your layer is down on the bottom. So, make a new layer up the top, or tell me where you want Frankie to go.
Okay. Just 3 spaces to the left. So
right here.
That's right there, right there.
Here.
And then Frankie is just going to cast Firebolt again. At the mummy this time.
Only what level are you casting that at?
Well, it's a cantrip.
Okay, so it hurts you as you go to spend the Electrum and cast this spell. So can you roll a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, please?
Ooh. That's 19 on the dice plus 7.
Yeah, you're fine.
So
Cool. But when you go to use
it feels like it hurts, and then
when you go to use the Electrum kind of shocks you a little bit. Not enough to do damage, but it does appear to be your Electrum that's hurting you.
Oh, rude.
Weird.
The walls quiver a bit and then settle.
Frankie, would you like to make any other actions with your turn? Oh, do you have to roll damage? Does it cancel the spell?
Frankie.
No, it doesn't. On a failed save, it does, but on a success, it doesn't.
Okay, so go ahead.
So on a failed save, you damage and your spell is wasted.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage, though.
So that's 15 fire damage.
Nice.
Yep.
Ooh, that's a big hit. That's a big hit on a fire hurty turn.
Yeah, I'm still up somehow. Still up.
Frankie, anything else?
Perfect.
Nope, that's Frankie's turn.
Cool. Great work, Steph.
Nice
that was a big
work,
hit.
Frankie.
Kevin.
It's pretty cool.
So this is gonna be interesting. I have a question before I do my turn, because this is a new development with the electric shock. if Fernando cast a spell, would he have to roll?
You're the one using
Constitution?
the Electrum, so no, you would.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just checking because I wanted to know if I had a life hack there, but
Hashtag
I just wanted to see. Okay.
life hack.
Yeah. So, quick bonus action first, if that's okay.
Yep.
No! Yes, of course.
Cool. I just okay. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Hello. I'm always nearby. Fernando's always there. You can't escape him.
You cannot escape Fernando. Fernando is inevitable.
It's true. So just bonus action to keep him near the mummy because I have needs and wants.
I have needs.
I have needs.
I have needs.
But what is actually going to occur is I am going to reach into my bad socks next to my bad sandals and take out some Electrum. And I'm going to attempt to cast a spell. I want to know if it works first before I say what it is, if that's okay.
Yeah, cool. So go ahead. It is a Constitution 16 saving throw. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Cool. So beat 16 on con.
As you're basically racked with pain and you have to try and beat the pain back to cast the spell.
I rolled it, and it showed up with the symbol for D&D Beyond.
I think that's a net 20.
That's in
Oh,
the 20.
but it didn't. Oh, it is. Okay, I got a 22. Sorry, I had my thing down for some. I was like, "What am I seeing?" Yeah, I got a natural 22 on con for that.
Nice.
Hashtag spring break.
Okay. Hashtag spring break. Yeah. Kevin looks over what's happening and says like, "Leave my senpais alone." Absolute nerd that he is. And he's going to
Super nerd.
he's going to cast Mind Spike, 60 feet range. Be concentration up to an hour. It is a Wisdom saving throw of 14. You reach into the
I
mind.
got a 14 on the dice plus 9.
Ooh. Well, the target on a failed save, you always know the target's location until the spell ends.
Well, she's
But
successful.
only. Sorry, wrong one. Yeah, on a yeah, okay, all good. I wanted to try that, but if it didn't work, then the damage doesn't go through, so I can't swap it out. That's all good.
So on a
She just
successful
gives you
save,
a-
nothing happens?
Not that I can see, no.
Yeah. She
Okay.
just looks at you and she's like, "Nice try, honey, but boss babes have got firm minds. We need to get stuff done."
That does make sense.
Right before the mummy's turn, above you in the skylight, you hear a weird...
Legendary action too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just want to punch somebody.
Yeah.
Because she's got somebody right in front of her and she's like, "Just stop it! Stop ruining everything!
Hi, Amy.
This is my water park and I'm just sick of it!" And she just like punches Ida Fur right there.
Damn. Damn.
So she rolls a oh shit. Okay. I rolled a 25. Does a 25 hit you?
Does a 20 hit?
Wow.
Are you sure?
Can you roll a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay.
Did you have the advantage for the what was it called?
Who wrote cyberbully the mummy?
Oh my god.
Are we asking
I
the
don't-
chat to bully
Yay!
Julz?
Does Ida have
I'm strong. I can take it.
No,
I can add the
not
DM's
Julz.
thing,
Not
eh?
Julz. I love Julz. I'm asking the cyberbully the mummy.
Yeah.
Does Ida
Remis
have
Skimming Tom.
Sorry,
Inspiration.
Ramesses Scammington.
Liv, you had a question?
Does Idafer have inspiration from the DM?
Yes, you do have inspiration from the DM, so you can roll that second
Cool.
one if you want to.
Constitution, right?
Constitution, yeah, 16.
Alright. No, yeah, I'm definitely going to use the dice. Because I rolled a 9, so I've got 10.
Okay.
Oh yeah, natural 20 on that one, so that's
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, you're fine. You're
Yeah.
fine. You're not cursed with
But-
mommy rot. It's okay.
Oh,
I-
yeah.
Use
Like-
Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
So
Okay,
you take, by the way, 14 bludgeoning damage
sweet.
plus 21 necrotic damage.
Whoa!
Okay.
Damn.
I'm dead.
Damn.
Makes
Okay, so you're not dead.
you're
Well,
not dead.
Unconscious, but
Yeah.
as you go down, we've done this before. As you go down, you can cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
Sweet. Alright, y'all need to make a dex saving throw. DC. Oh god, where was it? 13, I believe.
What's my dex? That wasn't good. 13. Great.
Meets beats, but is it half damage on a save or is it no
Yeah,
damage?
it is.
Probably.
Yeah, it's half
Yeah.
damage. So
She's still
I'll just-
taking some fire, and she hasn't got her water up.
So is it rounded up or rounded down?
What do you mean?
Like it's 15 damage.
Oh, round it up.
Rounded
Yeah,
up.
always-
Okay.
always round
So
up for the players.
8
Yeah.
8 fire damage.
Sorry, hang on, I'm gonna stop. Is that 8 halved to 4 or is it 16 halved to 8?
Well, it's 15 halved and then rounded up to 8.
Okay, cool. So just checking. So it's actually 16 fire damage on the mummy. How are we doing?
Oh,
Jules, you
okay,
still up?
sorry.
No.
There we
No,
go.
she goes down too.
Whoa!
So it's like a KO, just like both just
You got them down at the same time!
So yeah,
Like-
the mummy like undead punches Idafer like right in his nose, and in response, his eyes just automatically just go off and shoot green fire at the mummy, and they both sort of like fall back at the same time. And at the same
like,
time as this,
pull
Yeah.
the chain as it's going down.
and
Yeah.
as you pull on the chain, you hear an odd groaning and cracking noise, and you look above you and you can see the sphere with the ocean in it. You can see some really genuine, like, big cracks starting to appear in it.
Time to go.
Frankie grabs
Kevin?
Ido.
Kevin,
Thanks.
time to pick us all up. Let's go. Yay!
I would like to ask the DM if, for flavor,
Yep.
if I am allowed to cast enlarge on myself so that I can pick everybody up.
Hell yeah, you can.
Yes.
Hang
Yes,
on,
yes.
I can check. I'll do that really quick.
By the way, Julz, you can feel free to stay if you want to, or you can sign out and then come back when it's time for. I do want to give you like a proper thanks and a shout out, so you can stay in, or you can come back.
I'm
at
gonna
the
go
end.
watch. I'm gonna go watch the stream.
Okay.
It's really good. Have you
Cool.
seen it? It's real good.
I did hear it was quite good. Thank you so much, Julz. Julz will be back in a minute so we can do a proper thing. But yeah, so what we've got is we've got a very, very big, awkward Goliath, and under one arm he's got Frankie, and under Frankie's arm he's got unconscious Ido. On the other side he's got Karen. Are you carrying Flynn? Is Flynn riding your shoulder? What's happening there?
I would like to imagine that I have Flynn delicately in the palm of my enormous Goliath hand.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Done.
And now what?
Running.
Run!
Get it, bye.
Run where? Because the ocean is coming.
Towards
Not the
Of course, we
ocean.
can ride the
Aaron,
tidal waves.
direct me.
Hang on, Flynn. What was that?
Just go.
Go out the door so we can ride the waves of the ocean coming
Yes!
behind us.
Oh my
Yes!
God, yes.
Oh
Okay.
my god, we're gonna surf back.
Yes,
Okay,
I climb up onto the pyramid.
Okay, so you're gonna climb the top of the pyramid. What are you gonna?
Yeah.
Okay, so you start climbing up the pyramid, and you can see around. Roll a perception check. All of you roll a perception check.
Fucking surf.
The
Heck and
cracks
surf.
are the crack. Have you guys seen Encanto? The cracks are like spreading super hard, like across the entire sphere, all the way around.
No. That's a 22.
Yeah.
We got an 18.
Alright.
Sorry, Flynn. What was that?
We got an 18.
Yep. Sorry, Idafer, you don't get to roll one unless somebody heals you. Frankie,
No.
what'd you get?
17.
17. Kevin, what'd you get?
9.
Everybody except Kevin, you look down at the water park. You can see quite a lot of like inflatable tubes in the lazy river. You can see like a lot of bits of plastic, and then you remember that one of the rides has 2 big pirate ships on it.
Pirate ships! Pirate ships! Go, 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 go!
Following the lead of the of the small man that yelled pirate ship, I'm going to launch myself upon the pirate ship.
Okay, roll an athletics check because you're up a pyramid right now. You're gonna run across the park, and the sea marble is cracking.
Can I help
That's a
by
base-
directing? Can I help by directing?
Yeah, sure. Roll athletics with advantage.
Cool, I got a
race car
17.
driver.
Race car driver, let's go.
You roll a 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. So you basically like sprint down the pyramid, and at the bottom of the pyramid, someone's like, "You gotta buy a ticket to go into the pyramid." And you just run past that guy, and then you can see the duck and the fox just like having a drink at one of the like alcoholic bars. They're spending all their wages on just like a single beer. You run past that, and you like run past the log flume, and you just like throw your new friends up onto the ship and just jump up. And as you jump up, your spell ends, and you go back to normal size. You're now all on the like deck of a pirate ship, and right as that happens, there's a big shattering noise, and all the water starts to like flow down the pyramid, and just like an enormous wave of water of ocean starts to just destroy the entire Oasis Park behind you.
Spring break!
Spring break!
I'd have to roll a death saving throw.
Thanks.
God.
That is. I got a 13.
Yeah, cool. You passed the first one.
Thanks.
The wave is coming, and someone needs to drive the boat.
Karen turns to Karen turns to Flynn and says, I think this might be you, darling. I don't know how to drive a boat, but you grew up around rich people and boats and things. And she's going to turn back to Idafer, and I would like to use my healer's kit to heal Ido.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. We're getting towards the end of the podcast. That's fine. You use your crystals. Idafer, you wake up having, you wake up with like a gem on your head, and Karen like staring at you.
You're welcome.
And just like that, the big wave hits you. Everyone just roll a quick con check, just to see if you could stay on your feet and like ride the boat.
Ooh, net 20.
15.
15.
I'd say Frankie got a 22, but I would like for him to. I fell and awkwardly on top of Idafer.
The vibes are incredible.
And I'm just like, I'm half dead.
Yeah, Liv?
You're not.
I see my senpai's doing that. Too.
No, you're in love!
I shrunk again. It's all
The
good.
spell ended.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Flynn driving the boat. We've got Karen up the front, like, leading the charge and, like, using her axe to, like, chop any poles or anything that get in the way. And then we've just got three awkward boys all in a big cuddle puddle just in the middle of the poop deck. And this wave just carries you up, and like as the ocean spreads, the desert is like disappearing behind you, and so you're like right on the edge of this wave as it's like, you know, you're going down dunes and over the top of dunes and down dunes, and you can see the town of Galliport like coming at you super fast. And right as you hit the beach, you're worried that maybe this wave is going to destroy the town, but right as you hit the beach, it suddenly loses momentum and it just washes up like just like a polite little wave up on the beach. And then the boat falls sideways and tips you all out.
Yay!
Yay!
Woo!
That's all good. Fantastic. Yay!
And everyone in the town is like, woo, thanks for getting the ocean back. Like, how'd you do that?
Oh, it was no trouble, really.
Will tell you.
Yeah.
Karen's
Karen's gonna go and find her family.
Yeah, absolutely. They brushed all the sand off themselves, and they've just been waiting at the beach for you to come back because they knew you would. And Barry gives you like a high five and then like a really respectful hug and some flowers.
Karen does dip him.
Yeah.
Karen does dip him in dip, so.
I dip, you dip, we dip.
And just like that, we're able to finish our vacation with our new friend. How does everybody spend the remainder of their vacation on the beach?
Half dead.
Yeah, Ida just lies on a towel with a tropical drink and just tries to like sleep it off.
Yeah.
Frankie.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Frankie, you go up to the babes that walked away from you before, and a bird does not poop in your mouth. And you do show them one of your inventions, and they are actually pretty impressed by that. Look at that.
Yes.
Popular with all genders. Flynn, how do you spend your time?
So Flynn's going for some more cold brew, fresh off the bat, and a nice day spa.
Yeah, awesome. Absolutely. You got that seaweed all over your face. You got the cucumbers on your eyes. And last but not least, how does Kevin spend the remainder of his spring break preparation?
Kevin, who has been writing down everything that he has been learning this entire time, toddles over very eagerly to a woman who is like in like a leopard print bathing suit, like has like a cigarette in both hands, has like permed hair, and about 5 different men just lounging around her. And he's like, "Mom, I did it. I made friends."
I love her. She's great.
I practiced for spring break. I came early, and it wasn't all for naught. Dad was wrong, and that's our cutoff.
And once again, we leave our intrepid parchment workers and one wizard school student to their party, to their relaxation, to the beach, which they now have more than earned. And then we're going to just drift back across the ocean, and our camera's going to go down beneath the waves and find in the center of a destroyed water park the pyramid, of which the inside has a air bubble that is just and a pile of sand that is just starting to recreate itself.
Yes.
She's like, it took me ages to do this lipstick. Like, no appreciation for all the hard work that I put into that and put into myself, you know? But at least this time, and she like watches something sort of float past the bubble, and she puts her hand out of this like force bubble kind of and pulls it back in and shakes the water off it a little bit. And you just see a photo, like it's like a close-up over her shoulder of just like all these very excited adventurers doing this, going down a log flume. And she's like, at least this time I remember who they were.
The end. Oh my god, guys, we did it. That's our first live show of 2022. Just want to give a big thank you to our main cast, because you guys, every time I'm like, yo, we're playing D&D now, you guys are like, yes, we'd love to. So thank you so much for always being cool and for being my good friends. Additionally, thank you to both of our guest stars who were amazing and added so much to the show. Julz, why don't you go ahead and plug where people can find you, as well as any shows that you want to talk about?
Okay, cool. So I'm Julz from NZ most places apart from Twitter, where one stupid user on Twitter hasn't done anything with the name Julz from NZ ever, but Twitter won't give it to me. So I'm still under Julz Bergesser there. But you can find me if you search for hashtag Julz from NZ on YouTube, on a whole bunch of stuff. So look me up. I'm also on Fate of Isen Diceratops podcast, and if you've enjoyed playing along with me on a live stream today, you can play with me in person as your DM, because I work for a professional DM service called Questbook, where you can hire me to run games for you, and I do turn up dressed up, so
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's
very
pretty fun.
awesome.
That's really cool.
Thank you, Julz. Thank you. This is like the third time now that I've come to you and I'm like, Julz, I'm putting on a stream. I want you to be in it.
And I go, yes! Before she's even finished talking about what it is, because I love you guys and I love Penny. I love everything Penny does. It's just golden to touch. So thank you so much for letting me be a part of your adventure. I'm listening to your podcast. I've just become a Patreon.
You did. Like during the halftime break, you became a patron, which is very cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of everything you guys are doing. You folks, stop using guys, are doing. So please keep being your wonderful, amazing selves. I just have so much love and respect for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Julz.
shout out to Liv who did some art for me recently. It was freaking killer. So I'm looking forward to unveiling that soon too. Yay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Liv is, of course, not only my wonderful life partner, whom I love and treasure and cherish, and also my own personal art goblin, but they will do art for you. Liv, why don't you tell us a little bit about your service?
Hi, I am a professional portraiture artist as part of my part-time freelancing work. I do other stuff as well, but I am a professional portraiture artist as well as a professional illustrator and graphic designer. I do all the art for this podcast.
Literally all of it. If you've ever seen anything drawn for this podcast, it's been done by Liv.
I also have big nerd energy, so if you ever just want art done by someone with big nerd energy, based locally in the Hamilton of Waikato, please hit me up. I am Livartisan Design on all things. And it's
Nice.
chill. It's chill vibes. It's very chill vibes. So
Can recommend.
Thank you, Dusty, for posting links in the chat, because there's Liv's Patreon is there.
I do have my own Patreon. Yes.
Yeah, and so Livartisan is Liv's name, which I believe you have that on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as well.
I'm Livartisan, or Livartisan Design on all of your major platforms, including Patreon, which is Livartisan Design on Patreon.
Cool. And do either of the guests want to say anything else before I move on to thanking other people?
I mean, hashtag spring break.
Yeah, hashtag spring break, obviously, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Hashtag I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Just wanted to give those of you who are still here, by the way, I'm going to see what the viewer count is. All 16 of you, our next live show is going to be planned for May/June. I have another special guest already planned, and it is going to be a wrestling themed show. So we're going to go to WrestleMania or some, legally safe knockoff of WrestleMania.
Amazing.
Which is going to be really fun. So that will be in May/June. For those, like most of the people here, Liz and Steph and my DM Jordan, who's a good friend of mine who was involved in the Yes and charity stream, is currently pegged to be the guest of that game, so it's going to be really fun. Got a couple more things to say. Thank you to all of our patrons who have been here the whole time, as well as all of you in the audience. So thanks to Dusty, who was also the show mod today. Thanks to James, thanks to Claire, thanks to Waffles, and now thanks to Julz from NZ, also as a new patron, who joined during the halftime break. Thank you so much to the audience. I see, we've mostly been playing the game, and I haven't really been, interacting too much with you guys, but I've been seeing all your comments. It's been really fun to have you all here and just to be here for the game. Just so you know, anyone who missed the game, the link will go up in a couple of weeks and will be available to watch on YouTube for free to anyone who donates any amount of money to the Patreon, which I think the minimum is $3.50. So, and that all goes towards helping Liz learn how to edit, which is going to be really cool. Liz is going to be our main editor from now on. So that's cool. And I think let's draw our end of game prize. So Dusty, why don't you give us a final count of the full amount of people who said hashtag spring break in the chat? And let's all just sing while he counts them. Did you know
that Julz is actually a rock star? A real life rock star.
I actually did know that. It's very interesting, isn't it?
Who sings and does real life rock star stuff, which is really, really cool.
That's so awesome.
And I just remembered that because you were talking about singing. And I just think that that's really awesome as well.
And I'm really excited because Julz invited me to be a part of WellyCon this year, which means later on this year I'm going to go to Wellington and run some one-shot games for kids and stuff at a Wellington sort of Comic-Con type thing. So that's going to be fun.
Oh, cute! I love that.
Okay, Dusty, are all of those 10 people? Can you assign them a number between 1 and 10? Just to make sure. Otherwise, we're going to roll a d10 and you're going to be like, I don't know who that is. So let's make sure that I've shot the list through you, Penny. Feel free to drop out the stuff.
If you do want to hear my singing, because someone said bard montage, please don't do that to me live here. Go see my YouTube channel, Julz from NZ, and look up my parody that's up right on the top. It's called Meow. It's to Hello by Adele. It's all about being a cat owner. And go listen to that.
That sounds really fun. That sounds really. Do you think you could send Dusty a link to that so he could put it in the chat?
Oh, yeah, probably.
And in the meantime, Liv, do you have any dice around you?
No.
Why don't you come in here and grab a dice from me and roll? Oh yeah, I just want anyone to roll a d10. I have a list of people here who said hashtag Spring Break in the chat. And thanks very much to Poppy for organizing our sponsorship through Game Kings. That was really nice of you. That's really cool of you to do.
Thank you.
So it is going to be a
Thanks,
$20.
Game Kings.
It is going to be a $20 voucher. There we go. Cool. There's the link to. Go ahead. Roll us a d10.
Okay, so I'm rolling my very special Karen D10, which is a pink one, because her favorite color is blue, but she does like pink. That is number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6 is
The
Julz
sixth
from
person.
NZ.
No, not me!
Okay. Which feels.
This game is rigged.
No, I'm already such a winner for being able to play here with you all. So that is my prize.
Okay, let's roll. Let's roll it again then. And if it's a 6 again, we'll skip it.
Okay. That's a 7!
7. That is squished.
7!
So squished. I can see that you're still here. Why don't you send? I'm pretty sure you and I have some kind of social media connection. So we have a $20 Game Kings gift voucher for you, squished, which you can spend online, I believe. There's all sorts of stuff there, like a lot of cool stuff. Whoop, he said there. So squished, after the show, go ahead and send me a PM just on whatever platform you have me on. And if you don't have me, you can go to facebook.com/Janison Breakfast Podcast and you can send us a message there. We will get you that voucher. I'm not sure if we're going to send it in the post or if it's a digital voucher.
Digital, it'll be emailed.
Yeah, so we'll email you a digital voucher so you can order stuff from Game Kings. Thanks very much to Game Kings for supporting us, and thanks very much to everyone who was involved with the show. I had a lot of fun. I hope you all had a lot of fun. I love you guys.
Where's
Love you too, Penny.
Alright, well, I think that is a good enough place to leave it. It's 7:08. Let's go make ourselves some dinner, and I will see you all in the next one.
Enohora!
Yay!
Bye!
Bye! Adios!